I'm feeling pretty great, Kremer, and we are in for not only some good games today, but also a long portion of top-rated SEA Valorant. We're going all the way from today on November 8th all the way through to the 20th because we've got so many games to get through, Kremer. Group A, this is going to have a lot of teams you guys recognize, especially Boom. Then we're going to work through Group B, and then we're going to have 3 days of playoffs after that. Group A, this is going to have a lot of teams you guys recognize, especially Boom. Then we're going to work through Group B, and then we're going to have 3 days of playoffs after that.
Tes tes.
It's interesting because I'm looking at our map
Tes tes.
picks here, and Sharper, I feel like Sharper have definitely won our map picks at the moment. They've managed to get Split as their map pick, which currently is the worst map of Boom. They're sitting at 40% win rate on that, including only 37% win rate on the defense. And Boom, since their bigger tournaments on things like VCT and LCQ, we've seen whether or not that will be good or bad for their overall performance.
Sehat bang, sehat sehat sehat. Alhamdulillah.
Now, the two players who have existed on the roster who have kind of survived the culling, we've got Blaze and Flipsider. They were two very heavy hitters. When we look at their previous games, Blaze is usually the man who gives you a star player. He's the one who gives all these star performances. And honestly, if he is able to get a team that can allow him to do this, that can set him up for these star plays, even though Split isn't a
Boleh tolong like gak bang, brother semuanya? Boleh gak?
they may still be able to snatch one away just on aim alone.
On the other side, we have Sharper, who are here to represent Thailand, which is very interesting because at the moment there are like 3 big main Thailand teams, and they are X10, Full Sense, and Sharper. And in the public perception, for a much wider audience, for those of you who might be joining us from North America or from the EMEA region, thank you for staying up late if you're in North America, by the way. Sharper are definitely a lot less known. X10 and Full Sense both going to champs, but X10 have been outdone by Sharper in terms of recent results, so they've kind of settled into the second best team in Thailand place behind Full Sense, who are consistently winning a lot of the battles in like localized tournaments, as well as performing very well in LCQ APAC recently.
Well, with that, we're going to head straight into this game. Without further ado, let's see how Boom are going to be able to fare on Split, a map they do not like playing. You know, they went into this with a very strong.
Mana kacau? Nggak ada. Sini suruh masuk, bilang.
All maps which they're able to boast a good 70% win rate or so. The fact that we've ended up on Split and Fracture is really, really impressive. And
Hai semua. Ada dedek gua tuh guys.
Physically can't lose a veto when you have such a high win rate on 3 maps.
Well, we have very little data for Fracture when it comes to these teams, so it's going to be venturing out into great unknown. But one of the things I want to bring is Pinocchio's on Sharper picking up this breach. They have 100% pick rate for breach on this map, and they do it a lot on Haven as well. I'd say that Sharper, they love a good breach, and breach is also almost imperative to use on Fracture, so it almost plays into how Sharper love to play this game as well. And I know it's a little bit early to be calling doom and gloom for Boom, but I feel like they definitely have lost this map veto given the preferences of Pinocchio's.
Yeah, I'm really interested as to what their thought process is. I like the fact that they use Sky instead. It means that they have that extra flash, that sort of bit more utility to use, and it does sort of favor
bang, jangan lupa like bang.
way of playing.
Yang like rezekinya besok ditambahkan dari yang di atas.
I suspect that their attacking sides are going to be very fast-paced.
Ya bang ya.
Bombing it off the back of the breach flash and then just trying to gun your way into a site with a
guys, ini Nobar kayak lu nggak latihan ya?
Sort of spread out around the map and play more of the defaults.
Here.
Wherever you dare. But without further ado, let's get straight into this. It looks like for the most part it's going to be a fairly even buy from this side. And
sepi banget suaranya ya.
This is going to be their true test.
Boom starting off on the defense here. A heavy stack in A Heaven at the moment. Still have 20 seconds to prepare though. They might decide to have a bit of a diaspora since then, but the Astra's going to be anchoring over on B. Astra is often an anchor over on the B or on the A side. Zoms from Sentinels in particular, very famous for their A anchors here on Split. But got a bit of a default coming through from Sharper on the other side. Plenty of angles to be poked and prodded at.
You're absolutely right. For now,
Aman kah streamingnya?
Almost wielded
Aku
by
patah-patah.
this side. Now, my interest is for
Halo guys,
welcome. Makes me think that we should see some aggression in ropes, maybe to go for a counter attack. More importantly, maybe even some aggression in having 4 players outside A.
Bukan 2 smoker bang, itu sentinel itu. Viper itu bukan smoker bangku. Abangku.
But with a few ghosts as well, it has to be off aim. A lot more utility seems to favor this side of
Menang nih kata gue nih.
And with that, we'll see what they can do.
We had a little bit of a pause there, a mouse error, just a quick tech, and then we're going to be ready to get back into this. I believe it was on the side of Boom Esports, and the pause time is off. We're going to see potential little split into mid here. They're going to be meeting the gaze of Blaze. Blaze has actually played a little bit less of a Viper as far as the we've seen so far, playing a little bit more of a Sova. Interesting to see them move over onto this character. They're going to be beating a C6 very, very quickly. But holding in this small area with their frenzy, remember, the tiny clip could be at a disadvantage. We're going up against 2 players. Going to avoid the boom bot, and potentially people are going to move past him here without checking it. That's great from Blaze. Can they get themselves a second? In comes the pink shell. That's going to force them to move, but they will get both of the duelists. What a start there from Blaze to remove some of the pushing power that Sharper had.
Ini nih jagoan gua nih, anjay, berserek. Kenapa sih gua live gak boleh? Gua nggak live diomelin.
Gives them that even bigger advantage. 4-on-2, and for Sharper, they're fairly split up going into this.
Pinocchio's been able to pick up a ghost at least, a slight upgrade.
Gua bilang, jadi streamer Nobar, percaya lu.
They're going to be moving into the crosshairs of that sky. Flipside is going to cede away the space now, just allowing them to utilize that utility to try and claim this space back, even though it's already been taken away. The spike's still in play.
Indo ikut cuma bis kayaknya mampu. Connect nggak lolos kayaknya. Oh, gila lihat tuh, lihat tuh. Oh, gila.
As mentioned from the Sky, when you have that flash, you can just go aggressive, and they do so beautifully.
Ntar agak kuat PC gua guys. Download dong saya. Kan itu nggak ada tuh pakai overlay. Iya anjing, simple banget kayak spektator biasa ya anjing. Gua aja masuk sini lah. Nggak keren banget. Asia. Asia kok begitu bang ya. Hai guys, jangan lupa di like, jangan lupa di share. Mana ada colek nggak? Nggak ada colek.
Pinocchio's for now.
Gue jarang
up through garage. Contesting for this orb could be very important. Oh my goodness, the Marshal just rips through beta. Remember, a single body shot will do it for 101 damage when you're up against unarmored opponents. And with the eco that is demanded on a round 2 loss, that's certainly what's going to be provided. Flipsider needs another, and that's going to be clean. All members of Boom will survive, and that's going to be a fully fledged bonus round now. But I believe one member only brought a ghost, so they will have a hero rifle in their midst, and that's going to be on Frostmind, I imagine. Actually, they're just rotating the weapons around a little bit. Nice.
More importantly, only one player took damage in that round, and that was Sky. So they really are going to get that economic injection. Now, they're playing bonus anyway, so...
Pada nonton sendiri ya bang ya.
1 or 2 kills would be great. Maybe even just saving the rifles could be a fairly good shout. But for the time being, we're going to see a very, very big mid-presence. Something that looks like Sharper is going to go in this game so far.
I've got eyes on Niffy right now. Flipside's about to move into their crosshairs. They're waiting on the other side of this defensive Viper wall. Berser and Flipside, if they can get a pop flash through here, that fully blinds Niffy, but they're able to move out of a sight line. And despite the escape flash right here, Flipside is not going to be able to pull away with any frags to their name. Out goes the flash from the breach. Niffy's going to try and clear all of these cheeky little angles they've fallen for before. Mail will be cleared as well from the aftershock of the breach. And now Niffy, slow walking once more. They believe that ropes is clear off the back of that boom bot, but they still have to deal with Flipsider. They know that there's
Bayarin dong.
fewer less flashes. They saw 2 birds used. It's going to take a while to recharge. So for now, just
Bayarin dong, Bang.
A bit of aggression from the Cypher just to try and bait out some players. He hears that camera shot, so he knows that A-Long control's in their favour. They got to move quick.
And they do. That's a full blind, but Flipside delivered it to themselves as well. Nifty's trying to get their way onto a back site, and instead they're going to move over towards the CT side. They find Frostmind as they're out on a tour, and that's an easy kill for the Jets. All alone right now is Blaze. And they've proved themselves quite the warrior before, but will the Predator become the prey this time? The Spectre's picked up. They can try and run on in. It's up against the double peak, and they get them both! Nifty and Pinocchio's fall one after the other. 6 HP is left on Blaze, but considering that this is a bonus round that could have been absolutely perfect for the side of Sharper, Blaze is a pretty happy camper.
Like dulu, Bang. Like dulu, Bang. Tolong, Bang.
I think it will be a matter of time before he's quickly picked off. He's at the stage now where, despite his HP, luckily the bomb is a one-shot. Doesn't matter if you're low HP or high HP, he's going to be able to get away, take that Vandal to the next round. They're going to be on a full buy next round anyway, so just holding on to it is more just quality of life rather than critical to their investments. As we look at the ult management, this is the round where we start to see him come online. We're going to see Blaze, if he can get the ult control, then he will be bringing out the Viper's Pit, and Niffy as well. He's had a fairly solid few rounds, getting 2 kills, definitely is that the pressure for him. Same can be said for A-Sticks. Now, over for
Sekarang gitu ya.
his gameplay
Bisa ikut bukan Onik atau Ari. Onik ikut kalah qualifier. Tadi gue tanya.
Moreover, he may just aggress in mid once he sees the heavy stack outside A from Sharper.
Next lah.
Bursa. The operator not going to be meeting anyone at the moment. So much presence on A. This is all going to be discovered, of course, by that Trailblazer. How many will notice, though? This is a very, very audacious attack right now. Out goes for Hawk. It is going to blind a few. A second doubling down right now as Frostmind might find himself blinded by a friend. Just dropping into a hail of bullets. I don't know if they die from suffocation. But a death all the same is delivered, Kremer. And now Boomer on the back foot. Might turn away from the blind, but Acetix is good on the timing and finds Blaze caught unawares. To bottle? Doesn't bottle that one.
To bottle?
Down.
To bottle?
But 1 against 3. It's not unwinnable, but that op is being very judiciously guarded. Niffy is not allowing for this to be recovered. They know that this is likely being watched as an angle, and so they must bide their time. They could try and smoke this, but the second that they go into their astral form, there could be some kind of denoting that would allow them to get rushed. They hear the movement away. They look to see if they can grab themselves a bonus, and they can.
Nice try.
Goodbye, Beta. And the operator has been recovered. As far as lost rounds go, it's not the worst here.
That is a very, very cheeky round from Tabuttle there. Taking the ult, getting an extra player. I mean, sure, it's all just a this is a game of economy, Harry, and this is where the ults come out. They've got A-Sticks and Niffy with theirs. There's the Viper's Pit up. Berserkex usually able to bring things up this round as well. Same for Beta. Now, Beta using his is really going to be the thing that matters.
Boleh casternya, Bang.
A lot of these ults are very proactive. For
Cari yuk, like yuk.
These duelist ults, they use for getting kills.
Makin banyak like-mu, makin sering aku live.
For Beta,
Sampai masuk ke Onik ngacung palu.
It is absolute. It changes the dynamic of a round. Now, for the time being,
gue lagi happy guys, sumpah.
I wouldn't be surprised if we see him drop it instantly.
Ya, ketahuan.
A potential exchange of fire ready to go by Garage. Bursa needs to be the tip of the spear, needs to get more than they got last time.
Kalau menurut gue sih,
however,
A-nya mesti diambil, tau nggak, sama boom.
Needs to be maintained.
Ambil
the bottle
depan.
feels the presence of the breach being reinforced
Kalau nggak bakal
right here.
pasif
So
terus
it's going
kayak
to cover
gini.
themselves with put down star. Blaze has fallen elsewhere while they were trying to control mid from a nice little sewers flank from Niffy. The attempt's going to be made by Flipsider, but I don't know if they're aware that they're surrounded by 3 separate players, and so the Trailblazer will just reinforce this. And remember that they no longer have that Viper wall active.
Oh, ini bagus nih bet-betan nih kalau kena. Ya, dia
for
kan.
Viper's Pit.
Look at this mass rotation from Sharper. All of them gunning it to their spawn, then backed away. Now, it has been read by both Flipsider and Frostmind, but will they be able to get to the site in time?
Apa sih guys yang lu tau gak sih guys yang ini?
Alerts found
Yang kalau buat ngetik-ngetikin map gitu loh. Tau gak lu? Yang kalau menjelasin map.
What can you see off the back of a showstopper? It goes in towards the elbow, but it's avoided by Flipsider. But now a C6 is in deep. They can try and leverage this position like a crowbar of a duelist to crack crack open the egg of A, and it's Pinocchio from the
Yang
other side who'll be
buat
delivering
coach-coach
the
kayak gitu
killing
loh,
blows
yang
of Flipsider.
website yang buat nitik-nitikin map. Tau nggak lu? Nggak ada yang tahu ya. Ngentot viewer kontol.
Against the Blade Storm, nevertheless, looking to aim up high, can to bottle really make this happen.
Ada kan tapi ya yang apa namanya? Jadi lu titik-titikin gitu. Wah, gue lupa dah. Yang kayak punya si Boster Valorant map. Flash dari sini kagak itu. Dia mau nge-flash tapi kirain musuhnya deket. Ternyata patah kiri. Cuma gue jelasin lu, nggak ada yang ngerti lu. Jadi dia nih bisa diambil, dikontrol dulu nih. Kan dia kan main sendiri terus. Nah kan Boom tuh udah ngerti. Aduh, Boom tuh emang cocok sama pemikiran gue tuh. Diambil kan hanya tuh set. Nah, diambil, dikontrol. Karena kalau di doggy, ngerti nggak lu? Nah, jadi server nggak punya ruang. Oh, nah, udah kan hanya clear. Itu caranya, boy. Bener. Tapi yang orang Heaven-nya nggak boleh agre. Bener tadi yang Boom lakuin tuh udah bener. Cuma sayangnya yang ikut bukan Raffi. Kayak ngapain taruh turret sini tapi mereka nge-push ini gitu loh. Ngerti gak guys? Kan mereka mau ngedorong. Nice try lah tapi it's okay. Follow plan.
His flashes, they're used to kill someone you already know is there,
Ya nanti follow
not
plan ya.
push people out of position. And right now, that usage from Pinocchio has worked beautifully
How to be
for
pro.
Sharper right now.
Ngerti ya? Ngerti ya? Satu doang yang ngerti. Apa-apa. Diamond berarti lu.
Fractures our next maps. Crispy aim from Frostmine, just a little bit there. Dodges the aftershock, but they need to know that a breach is coming in from behind. The knife is out, the Vandal returns, and Pinocchio is too fast on the trigger. Sharper pull ahead a little bit further. 4 points to their name, and remember, overall, you might consider these guys underdogs, but they are rising stars, and Boom are coming off the back of a restructure looking towards 2022.
Let's see what can happen for this next couple.
Kalau draft jet bridge gini emang harus ngambil kontrol, guys. Kalau dia dikasih ruang tinggal nge-flash. Nah ini morasan. Udah 2 kali ya di Keras aja.
We'll fix it as soon as humanly possible. I do apologize for that, but for now let's focus on what Niffy can do on the safe side.
Niffy.
Turretnya bunyi.
The stun isn't going to be completely getting rid of that turret. Frostmine's now isolated by themselves. They need to win this duel. But for Sheriff, they're going to manage to do it, and that's good for a trade. Flipsider just wraps around the back, and while they're left with 5 HP, a kill is better than nothing. You can see that the Viper's pit that was used to control mid has now been taken away. It's been abandoned by the Viper. And I'm interested in this little cubby here from Alert. The Phantom is take out first, so they just hold it down, hoping that the spray would carry them through. But Predator says absolutely not. Everyone left is on just a sliver of HP. Barely enough blood left to fill a thimble. And a C6 once more might get it all done by themselves. They're looking in the wrong direction. And the Predator pounces when no one is prepared.
Dijampik aja. Ya. Setuju enggak? Kan plannya dalam.
A really strong trade, and I mean that's what happens when you have your team that can aim effectively. A constant back and forth and kills. But my worry is we didn't see any ults from Sharper in that round, and now they've got 5 ults up. And honestly, you never really want to be in that position. You want to have a cycle where you always have something to use, so kind of ace up your sleeve. When you end up with 5 at once, you end up feeling almost obliged to drop them. And considering the sort of state of their life, I wouldn't surprise if we see a massive ult investment into this round.
Terus pakai smoke di tengah nih, jadi bisa diselipin, lihat ya. Ini Liquid punya. Liquid kemarin mainnya kayak gini juga. Pas lawan
first to pull the trigger on this. Blade Storm going to be activated. Remember, this was a low investment round from them.
Jadi ada double protection gitu loh, depannya dikasih wall, belakang maju dikit ada smoke.
It's more of a looting round for Niffy. They just need to try and grab his first contact here. Predator going to fade away down the ropes.
Blaze needs to be so careful. Just gets the hell out of there, but he's instantly pursued by Niffy here. I love this.
Niffy so keen on this.
Ya,
It's going to be
dasnya
difficult to hit
mati.
the headshots they need.
Mati.
Body shots will do just fine though. It's the left click so you get the refresh on the
Woi,
and they fake
mana
out
cici lu?
people
Bro.
going down by hitting
Cici lu apa
that
kabar?
auditory
Cici lu
cue
ulang tahun, sombong
on
dia.
the ropes. And for now, they just want to complete this area. The spike itself, at the moment, is in the hands of a breach on sewers. And look at how deeply penetrated
Udah
Alert is
susah
right
ini, udah
now.
susah.
They're throwing out these cyber cages so they know that they're incredibly close.
Susah.
But in comes a showstopper. Can it deliver a rocket to a
Sibuk teh.
meaningful area? The answer is
Ya,
no.
tinggal
Frostline
joki
is
aja.
put low, and they might even die to that nade right there. Indeed, they will. The spread of the clusters was not enough to save them from that.
Oh, lihat ada
area
lurker dari B
from
nggak anjing. Ini orang gila bener sumpah.
goodness.
Nggak expect lah ini mah
Huge
nggak
flank
expect.
here
Satu.
from a C6 as well, and oh my goodness, on top of that, Beta.
Cucuk.
Oh,
One enemy remaining.
Debut nih cucuk guys, debutnya nih cucuk.
That's an operator in hand, and this is such a big.
Woi,
No. I refuse. This cannot be real.
Manusia
They're trying to
hoki
jump the
amat
upper
sih,
way right
anjing.
now. They don't want to allow it to be easily picked up, so we've put it into an open area where it can't be picked up guerrilla style. Will the op be looted by Sharper is the question. It still will be a one round, but more damage to be
Gimana
expected than I
ini?
think they would have liked.
Boom support.
That was a really nice spray control from the bottle there. That was really clean. I mean, suppose it is the way to make.
Santai, santai.
I should place some
Santai,
Astro's
santai.
guards.
Masih santai, masih
That's
santai.
a solid play from Beta. I'm not sure if you saw as well, but he threw out his stars from B main. So there's no way in hell they expect him to
Susah
lead
sih
there.
di rumahnya.
It just meant that
Kalau
he
di
was able
rumah
to sneak
dia nggak
out.
bisa kena
I
cucuk
mean,
tuh kalau di
any
rumah.
other time that they double up in,
Igel Bani.
and that's
Belum
huge
jeder.
for him. A complete shutdown, and now there's limited investment from.
Tapnya udah dong bang. Nah,
Beta betraying their presence. Astra versus Astra
orang
here.
masuk ke KA terus lihat aja tadi menangnya ke A mulu tai.
Too much.
Si
There's
Sharper.
a peek
Tapi
coming
ayam
out.
mesti dikasih terus.
And just jiggles from Beta for now, but there's a battle going
Mati.
on in a main
Bam.
that needs to be accounted for.
Wah, sabun
Alert
banget
is
sih,
a
Alert.
little bit risky when it comes to that spray. They're unable to turn away.
Reflect.
Hawk as well, full blind is going to be given on over, but the spray is good when
Oh,
combined
telat.
with Pinocchio's. Oh, he ain't lying
Telat,
when he
telat
says
itu.
that he can aim. That nose will not be growing, but the lead might well be. 5 to 3 at the moment, and it quickly converts to 6. No need for planting, boys. We just frag on through.
A really, really solid attempt.
Nice.
from Beta there.
It's okay, it's okay,
He's
Eco guys.
practiced to
It's
perfection.
alright.
Steve
It's
just staying alive.
all
He's
good.
able to get 2, maybe 3 players off the back of it.
It's all
Unfortunately,
good.
once the
Okay.
attack collapses, I mean, it's obvious for Sharper. Just go hit the site, you've killed everyone. It's a free plant for them. Luckily, they didn't get the bomb plant, so it means that they're not going to have too much of an economic injection. But considering
Gimana
there's
menurut
only
lu,
3 rounds
Bum?
left of this
Here.
half,
BO2
they really aren't gonna have
main 2 map
any
doang dia.
financial difficulty
Grup.
pretty much for the entirety of that. What's interesting, though, is we still haven't seen a breach ult get used yet. So I would love to
Dikasih A lagi
see
kan.
something allow them to get to this A site here, especially
Gratis
against
terus
what
aja.
could be one of the final buys from Boom.
Pinocchio looking to set things up here with the
Kok pakai
aftershock.
phantom
However,
kayak
there will be
ginian sih semua
contacts
sekarang?
coming through from the side of Bursa. From an
Alah.
elevated angle, but it's not good enough against the C6 who adjust so quickly. and
Nggak
gets
grogi
rid
lah.
of
Belum
that
dapet ya.
duelist. And now this site could
Sama
be
Phantom
aja jelek.
like a walnut in a vice.
Oh,
Flip side of
kasihan.
playing at the back of site. Everyone's locations are revealed.
Ya.
In comes the rolling
Kayak nggak kedengeran atau gimana
thunder.
sih? Itu kan kenceng banget
How
stepnya.
much damage can they do? The answer will be
Waduh.
0. Blaze is down as well, and once again, Bottle stands alone. Vandal in hand.
Spike planted.
Bang, ambil bang,
Stains
A-nya bang.
may well
Sumpah
be
bang, ya Allah bang.
demanding, but flawless thus far from Sharper.
Insane round.
Pindahin
from
wallnya, Bang.
Sharper,
Kayak
and
gini,
I mean,
Bang.
they just wiped
Gini
the
nih, Tin.
floor with Boom. And
Pindahin
it
tuh.
speaks again to the sentiment of how have they had this map slip into their pool. Sharper, they won
I
this.
can't believe they didn't ban it.
Yeah, I really think Sharper.
Masuk
won
A
this.
doang.
I mean,
Dari tadi.
Boom can make it look close. They can try and save weapons, for instance, on the top. But
Useless
free kills like this,
individual.
they don't really matter. They're left in a position where they've got to face Fracture as our next map. I mean, Sharper, they was giddy.
Sakit loh, dapet loh anjing.
That one. Oh,
Menang
yeah,
terus
just
duel
like it, boys. No dramas. See if you
Ini
can
lagi
get
menang
keep
duel,
yourself
dikasih
anu
dia gaya
here.
side A
This
nih.
one's
Oh kan, sakit banget.
Wait, actually,
Udah.
Who is this Astra? They're top fragging right now. They're 10 and 5, best KD on the team. by
Oh sakit,
far.
David lagi sakit nih, pindah nih dia nih.
They will,
Oh kan, pindah kan?
swap
Hey,
out for a
you
light
got my
armor,
mind.
the damaged
I
heavy
got
one
time
they
to go
had
into the
remaining.
Astro
Oh,
And
Bum udah
remember,
tahu dia masuk A
only 2
terus,
rounds
tau nggak?
remain, so the Seekers, the lockdown, down. The Cosmic
Ya
Divide.
pindah lagi. Ya
Saving them, boys.
udah bener tuh padahal.
Let's see if the Asteroid is going to be used by Beta. That's another ability that we just haven't seen used.
Default cuma gitu doang padahal.
Going down
Sharper.
stars early, I would hope to see it get
Pet Gus, donat dong, donat dong. Mana donatnya?
which is to really hold on to your ult abilities until the absolute perfect moment.
Beta versus the bottle. This is a very familiar duel. Both of these Astras love a little bit of dancing around, a ballet on B, but critically at the
Gibson
moment,
Cordell
Beta
ya,
is
coach.
holding the spike
Ya,
rather than
iyalah.
its usual resting
I've
position
been there,
in
done
B
that.
lobby. It will be the bottle who gives up this space a little bit
Udah tahu.
because they're worried about the presence that's been generated in mid by Nifty.
Rokok dulu,
She's
Bang.
going to fade away now as the Trailblazer
Jan,
comes
duit
on
rokok
down.
Jan.
Confirms their presence, but nothing more than that.
Ah, hit B. Sekarang begitu di hit B, jaga di rafter, nggak ada orang belakangnya, udah ente tai ini masuk. Masuk nih,
There's
masuk
that
nih.
world's
Ah,
divide, and now
jangan
here
situ,
comes
jangan situ,
the
depan.
attack. Let's see if there's kind of any solution from Boom here to try and stop
Pinter
them.
nih, Sharper.
Oh, the Seekers hit two people. They're vulnerable. They're nearsighted. They can't move in. They've been split up.
Belakang lu, belakang lu.
By a perfectly placed snake bite.
Nice.
And now a C6 needs to move in and is instantly disassembled
Balik.
by the defenders. As the dust clears, still.
Ya, mati sama orang Cypher
But
semua.
the Spike is hightailing
30 seconds
elsewhere. Vader's got their running shoes on. It's time for just a touch of
Aku lah
cardio.
ranked lah Dev.
Touch of
Ih,
asthma
nanti
from
itu
the
nggak
sounds
upgrade
of
PC
it.
bang.
Oh,
Eh,
double pumping though.
akan mati semua nih.
Putting in so many stuns. The arms
enemy
dropping over
remaining.
pulse. The bottle's left all alone.
Kok bisa tarik situ ya, tahu aja dia.
All on Frostmind with only a sheriff in hand to make this
Spike
work. A shot sent out towards Pinocchio's, but they're unable to connect where Pinocchio's is.
Si Sharper ini terkenal main pelan soalnya, tahu nggak?
Definitely underdogs.
Jadi kalau nggak dipanis dari awal,
We talked about quite a
di
lot
foto
how
jalan terus.
9-3 is the sort of cursed scoreline. My worry, Harry, is we're going to see this. on
What
both
part you
matches.
didn't
Right now,
understand, man?
Sharper
What?
is outclassing Boom, which is it feels weird
Ano
to
na
say,
iyor?
doesn't it?
It's worth noting as well that split defense is by far Boom's public shame. Prior to this match, they had 37% win rate on defensive rounds on
Bilang
split
iyor dong, suruh masuk
since
Discord gitu.
June of 2021. It's not been pretty.
You're absolutely right.
Nggak,
Like
biar nggak
you said,
sedih,
it's
sedih
better than
amat.
it may not matter really because it looks like Sharper.
Ay,
They're
Dita.
the old reliable. Go hit A.
Gue
get
harus
the
agresif,
reward,
setuju.
move
Gua
on.
nggak bisa nggak setuju itu.
Shame is I quite liked how they stopped the last push on
Kan
B.
dia kan udah pasti kan.
Gunfights just didn't entirely go their way.
Sayang tuh
The
Reta langsung
defensive
taruh situ.
Frostmine throws out a couple of stray bullets to the Vandal. Remember those down traces, but that's good enough aim to take out Nifty. The next line of
Mati satu
defense
lagi.
will be able
Wah,
to
kenapa
achieve
ini,
not
Rizky?
much when faced with
Masa bisa
Beta.
kalah yang kayak
It's
gitu?
alpha gameplay, that much I'm assured of. And now it's down to a 2 versus 2, but the defensive utility of the Cosmic
What?
Divide is still available.
Kok Black Screen?
That noise, though, right now means that they're not entirely sure what journey the spike is on. The Killjoy utility is no longer active. Flipside are staring it down. They see the rifle,
Bentar
but
guys,
they're
Black
unable to
Screen.
connect the headshot. Out goes for blind, but they've turned away for now.
Last
They avoid the
player
first
standing.
line. Can they sprout
One
to the
enemy
second? The
remaining.
answer is no.
Oh, nice.
Pinocchio goes in for yet another duel, but Tabottle doesn't bottle it this time. And 8-4.
Padahal
is a
mesti
bit
dapet
of a
yang kayak gitu
mercy
nggak sih?
for Boom.
Yang kayak tadi barusan.
It's a bit of a whiff from his opponent there to Bostel. I mean, he wins it by punishing Pinocchio rather than say winning it on your own endeavors. I worry a fair bit for Boom right now because their utility usage is not been winning them these rounds. It's been off the back of
Kan
aim, for
dicucuk.
instance, to Bostel.
Bad day,
You know,
nggak bad day,
going 12
sabar.
to 6. It's off
Belum
the back of
mulai.
aim. He isn't using his abilities to get kills, and because of that, I
Kan
suspect
biasa kan
that
attack.
on a defensive side, I mean, Sharper, this should be even more one-sided for them unless Boom find a way to turn around very quickly. Look at the investment. It's going to be a lot of ghosts from Boom as they prepare for a very fast hit to the safe side.
Eyes on the Cetic Crema. 5 people, all together. One grenade from a Cetix could do a huge amount.
Menaik rem.
Trailblazer comes out, they see
Confirm.
that both of the duelists are here. Moving on forward, a Cetix gets the first headshot. They send out the paint
Wah,
grenades.
pinter
Make sure
banget
every other angle is going to
Ya.
be cleared. The aftershock's the one that claims a frag though. Onto Flipside, Pinocchio sending an absolute barrage of utility into this. And it's left the attacking forces of Boom a touch bruised.
Oh, udah di sini.
Just
Oh,
They're going to
aset.
prepare their hit onto A. This time, very much delayed and very, as you mentioned, bruised in the process, but they still have players and they still have a fair bit of utility onto bottles, so they have some way to get to this site, but they still need to find a way to isolate a CTX right now.
Besok di
this is
GH,
a
iya.
really unorthodox angle.
Help from afar, the Astra Star comes on down from those who
Naik
still
rem.
anchor on B.
So,
We'll use the cover of this wall to move in over to heaven. And up here, they're going to be meeting alert. Doesn't have any utility still active in this area at the moment, so it's going to be all about playing off the classic.
dia juga
We're
alert,
gonna be able
terus
to trade
dibalik
for
dia
a very
screen
different
bentar.
elevation. They get
Jangan
the
lawan, jangan
information,
lawan.
but do they double down for the gunfight? Maybe staying alive here is more valuable with the time ticking on
Balik.
down. Alert sends out a couple of shots and then just scurries away
19
into the
detik,
screens
komit A.
like a rat hiding in a hole.
Wah, kebelo dia
All they
anjing.
need to do is survive because time is not on the side
Ada wire, ada
of the
wire, ada
attacking
wire.
team.
Aman, aman.
Boom
Ada wire.
have run down the clock, and so
seconds
long
left.
as there can be anything from Beta to stop a point, this could be over.
Ah, nggak
I
dapet.
think it might be too late
Nggak dapet.
already, Kremer. There goes the time. You'll get yourself a bonus money, but you won't get the round.
One
Boom.
enemy remaining.
Victims of the inescapable
Bye nih, bye nih. Boom, bye nih. Lihat nih. Bye, bye, bye.
I mean, sure, Russell, once again, he's getting kills. It's just after time. It's quite sad, actually, to see him actually joint kill leader.
The
Bye,
post-match warrior.
bye.
Yeah, he's a post-match warrior. he's like a couple of months too late.
Nggak
for
mau,
the
bye
war,
lo.
But in this case, he's got. I mean, hey,
Oh, nggak mau,
Boom
bye
have
dia.
got to go into the eco. I mean, sure, the spike plant helps economically, but it isn't going to be.
Harus di rumah berarti pemainnya.
A couple of goes,
BO2.
many classics, odd bit
Grup
utility,
soal.
and another attempt at a fast hit to away. I mean, last time credit where credit's due to their optimism.
Alert, going to be in a lot of trouble here. However, moving through that tripwire means that it's easy sprays, boys.
One
Come
enemy
through
remaining.
for Sharper.
Iya anjir, gua kira Nivea yang bunuh kok.
Gua kira yang
Eh,
Weh, lu nangkap
Ior.
orang. Lu yang keluar party babi, lu yang bikin sama PTC gua gampar lu jadi orang anjing.
Yor,
Weh.
lu jangan sedih.
Del, siapa yang sedih anjing?
Apa sih tidak?
Oh, kan lagi kalah ya? Ya elah, ya ya.
Kan gitulah, lu
Oh,
harus
iya, iya.
dukung Indo dong.
Oh iya iya.
Gua dari tadi nggak ngomong apa-apa, Cok. Kenapa gue yang diharas anjing?
Apa kabar, Kro? Sehat?
Bye bye Del, sehat Del.
Nonton bareng lah sini, Del.
Iya iya, gue lagi
Iya.
live juga, gue lagi live juga.
Mantap.
Iya, sekali seumur hidup gue live mah. Kan mau nonton Ior sedih, ya kan? Ternyata
Iya.
Ior senang
Senang,
judulnya.
senang,
Iya.
Ior senang.
Lu nonton ini live gua.
Kagak lah.
Tactics, very, very brazen with their movement.
Ior senang ternyata ya Del ya.
Iya, kok kayak gitu ya maksud mainnya, Kro.
Apa tuh, weh?
Gila. Anjir.
Belakang kau.
BM. Gila dia boleh ball jack. Holy crap.
Diranenkan anjing.
Aduh, nice try.
Dukung siapa, Yor? Dukung Indo lah, Indo.
Dukung Indo dong.
Dukung Indo.
Santai ini baru rombak total masih nyari chemistry ya.
Iyalah, baru
Iya.
baru banget kan.
Iya baru roster baru banget.
Yor,
Padahal
menurut
Ior-
lu kalau lu ganti salah satu dari sini lu bisa menang gak, Yor?
Kenapa?
Kalau lu ganti salah satu gitu lu bisa menang gak
Lu
sih?
nanti lu mah ofensif. Lu mah ofensif namanya.
Oh, sorry, Yor.
Lah kan nama juga orang nanya ya Del ya.
Tahu, bener.
Pertanyaannya menarik sih.
Ya udah ini kan gue jawab, ini terlalu ofensif kalau
Oh ya ya
Emang
udah.
emang sakit ya aimnya Sharper ya, Yor? Lu kayaknya
Apa?
jarang kalah sama Sharper gue lihat-lihat.
Iya.
Siapa?
Lu?
Lu?
Aduh, jangan ngomong gitu lah.
Oh, sorry deh.
Nih, ini kena ikut nih.
Anjas.
Oh, gua kira boom yang sekarang udah nggak telat panas, Yor. Ternyata telat panas juga, Yor.
Wah, kok lihat kayak lu nggak goreng terus sih deh, lama-lama lu goreng.
Ya lah, Yor, biar nggak sepi streamnya. Ya ampun.
Iya nih sepi banget anjing stream gua babi.
Sejak kapan stream lu sepi? Nggak pernah. Gila. Flawless thrifty nih.
Thrifty. Grow up Del, iya grow up Del.
Dewasa.
Dewasa dikit
Aja,
apa
dewasa.
sih?
Biarin. Yor, 11-5, Yor. Kira-kira berapa nih skornya menurut lu, Yor? Gue pengen tanya aja.
Prediksi lu Yor.
Ya, prediksi, coba.
Bisa comeback.
Comeback
Iya,
ya.
skornya berapa?
Bisa comeback.
Jawab 13-11 gitu ya.
13-11 lah.
Oh, gila. Aman banget, Kro, dia mainnya, Kro. Aman banget.
Iya.
Males tuh.
Belum.
Oh belum.
Belum.
But when you've got to win as many rounds as Boom do to get back into this,
Padahal Yor udah senyum-senyum tuh ya pasti ya.
comical consequences of plays are going to weigh in their minds.
Udah senang tuh.
Sedih gua.
Oh lu sedih.
Yor, kalau lu masuk di boom nih lu main role apa, Yor?
Pertanyaannya ofensifnya ke gua mulu, Del.
Kan lu kan habis dari boom, masuk lu
Iya
apa
kan lu
nanya?
mantan bom. Iya kan relate-nya ke lu Yor.
Tapi tim lu yang lama nggak lolos ya, Del?
Oh, kalau itu mah bukan urusan gua, Yor.
Bangsat nih ya.
Siapa nih?
Siapa lagi nih?
Oh, Mas Dim. Gua kira kacau. Kalau kacau gua iniin juga sekalian bareng.
Hah, kalau kacau gas langsung tuh.
Iya, dua-duanya.
You should run.
Kalau lu yang nyolong mati tuh, Yor. Astranya.
Kenapa?
Kalau lu yang nyolong barusan.
Gua sampai Mirage gua colong, Del. Sampai Mirage lu underpass gua colong anjing.
Oh jadi masuk lu better gitu lah ya Yor ya.
Ya. Kalau gua jujur kalau experience ya better.
Oh anjas boleh.
Andai waktu bisa terulang kembali gimana, Vin?
Thank you lol BNR.
Aduh
Gimana, Vin?
Apa?
Kalau waktu bisa terulang kembali, lu ganti satu siapa?
nih what the fuck.
Udah lah ini mah. Ini kayaknya Mam 1 menang SP sih kalau
Nah.
ini cara gila nih.
Oh, aman dah lu.
Aman gimana?
Enggak, Yor, gua tanya tadi kalau gua
ngomong ya sesuai kenyataan aja lah.
lu masuk boom nih misalnya sekarang nih kan andai-andai lu gantiinnya pakai role apa, Yor? Kalau role begini, Yor.
Vin,
Apa ya? Oi, apa?
lu katanya dukung Indo, tapi kok kalau telak ini kok senyum-senyum sih?
Iya,
Iya.
bener.
Gua sedih, Cok. Nih.
Mah,
Sedih gua.
wajahmu itu tidak bisa bohong, Mas. Yang nonton 800 orang lebih, Mas.
Iya.
Ada sedih gua nih.
Aduh, bisa itu.
Ketutupan. Anjir. Hah?
Hah?
What the fuck? How?
How the fuck, bro?
How? Rip.
Halo Raffi.
Oh jadi si Yor mau ke Raffi.
Oh, dari tadi.
Ternyata gitu Del.
Iya.
Jawab dia.
Si Berserk X di ini ya, di bootcamp ya?
Oh, gua kira berserk di nerf, gua bilang. Gua kira di nerf. Ternyata
Nanya
bukan.
nih, lu jangan goreng gua mulu dong.
Please lah, Vin, jangan senyum-senyum dong.
Jangan
Semangatin dong.
dewasa dikit lah, Del.
Iya, sorry, Yor.
Dewasa dikit dong.
Oke.
Anjing ya nonton gua langsung rame tai kalian ya.
Jadi lu performan kill juga kan Yor di
Lu
split.
suruh penontonnya Wilson suruh ke gua aja. Kenapa?
Pakai kill juga di split lah ya.
Pakai Killjoy di split.
Biasa lu main apa
Lu
sih,
kan?
Yor, di split, Yor? Biasanya?
Gua pakai
Reyna.
Oh, Rena dia mah ya,
Rena,
Rena.
Killjoy.
Itu sih the best loh.
Oh iya, yang bunuh
Reyna
30
terbaik
itu kan?
dunia akhirat itu.
Iya buru 30-an.
Gila.
Emang
Sini
kelas
enggak ada
tidak kelas.
sentuh 30 kalau bukan Yor mah.
Oh,
Iya,
nggak ada Reynanya.
20 juga
Ada
belum,
Reynanya.
Del.
Makanya.
Lihat dia
goreng
senyum-senyum kan.
terus.
Ya Allah. Tapi emang sih Vin di sini Renamu itu terbaik dunia akhirat emang Vin. Di split itu.
Nice try kayaknya kok iya nih. Enggak ada Ior soalnya, Bang.
Susah kalau nggak ada Yor ya.
Tapi jujur Yor, lu seneng atau sedih sih kalau lihat tim mantan lu kalah?
Kenapa?
Kalau mantan tim lu kalah tuh lu seneng atau sedih?
Aduh, gua masih
Senang lah.
Masih belum bisa ngomong sekarang.
Oh kan sekarang nggak bisa.
Oh iya,
Masih
nanti
belum bisa.
Karena apa Yor?
Tunggu gua open mic dulu dah anjir.
Ah.
Open mic.
Jelas aja. Komedi kamu Mas.
Iya. Openmic.com anjing.
Jadi kapan nih Vin sama anu Kro latihan?
Ini lagi drama mulu kerjaannya. Kalau nggak
Apa,
drama
Mas?
ngajak main futsal di Malang anjing.
Lu di mana Yor? Regata juga. Oh.
Belum dari kata belum.
Belum ya, nanti ya Kro ya. Gue jadi penikmat aja sekarang, lucu.
Apa lu di mana sih, Del sekarang?
Regata ini sebelah Kro.
Oh.
Iya, stream bareng kita.
Mm-mm.
Makanya gorengnya barengan.
Goreng apa?
Goreng lu.
Babi.
Ya Agil suka tuh.
Gila, yang stream boom nonton rame banget.
Iya dong.
Kapan latihan sama Action Crosshair? Buat beli gorengan cemilan sambil nonton mantan. Thank you Lenisme.
Kok gak dijawab?
Kalau mantan ya lupakan saja lah. Kenapa harus bawa mantan mulu sih?
Gak ada jawab ya Mas Dim ya?
Iya itu loh, ada yang nanya loh kapan latihan sama Action Crosshair. Oke dia. Sorry Vin.
Emang kalau ngambil default jauh gitu ya Yor ya? Kayaknya kalau lu ambilnya depan dah, tahu gua.
Langsung bantai gitu
Iya,
ya.
kalau gua.
M dual gitu.
Kalau
Kan tadi kan kejunya mati.
oh.
Kejunya kan mati pas maju, makanya dia mundur.
Oh. Enggak, kalau lu mah gua tahu taruhnya turretnya di tengah-tengah situ tuh. Kalau nggak ada tuh turret di belakang situ tuh Yor. Menurut gua, tapi nggak tahu.
Anjing rusak. Gila, chaos, this is chaos.
Mau anjing what the fuck?
Cabut. Bel berapa ini Del? 2.
Anjing, hah?
What? Bengong ya?
Suara Yor kecil, emang kecil suaranya.
Ya gedein dong, nah sih tinggal gedein aja susah banget.
Kalau gua gedein ntar dia sedih kelihatan.
Wah gila ini, sih. Wah. Anjing.
Wah rip nih
Gila
ya.
ini harus one last round sih. Sumpah ini harus ke A sih.
Iya, 14 detik. Di stun, oh kena lagi.
Oh,
Aduh, GG.
Sumpah
Rip.
Ya, nggak dapat. Ya, GG. Ya. Gimana kesan pesan boom yang baru, Yor?
SP kali, SP.
Emang iya, kita lihat map pick. Enggak ada map pick ya?
Sharper mesti ya kan, Sharper sih.
Oh iya.
Harusnya Sharper ya.
Boom ya pick fracture, what the hell? Map kedua fracture.
Oh iya.
Oh udah ada fracture.
Iya.
Oh.
Gimana Yor? Senang atau sedih?
Ya, kenapa sih yang ditanya gua anjing senang atau sedih? Lu harusnya dukung Indo dong. Sedih dong, Indo kalah.
Ya tinggal jawab gitu. Ya, tinggal jawab sedih doang. Kan lu makan.
Seneng ya, Yor?
Apa?
Seneng ya? Dikit lah.
Siapa nih ini yang gua liat statusnya
Cie. Pura-pura nggak dengar Kevin.
kok nggak kelihatan sih statusnya?
Biasa Mas Tim, kurang dewasa Mas Tim.
Bisa.
Kok statusnya? Oh iya dia nih. Kok statusnya nggak ada sih? Hah?
Status apaan?
Status kalau matchnya?
Oh, skornya Yor.
Iya skornya.
Oh, skor. Anjir gue status apaan?
Stats kali, Yor. Belum.
Oh, stats. Oh,
Tadi paling bawah Frostmine yang main Killjoy. Yor.
Oh,
itu kan maksud lu itu kan? Itu langsung.
paling bawah aja.
Oh, iya.
Ini adalah
Kenapa
Itu
gue
kan.
yang ini anjing dah.
Di atas
itu ya.
di atasnya Bani tadi.
Karena sesama Sentinel dong, jangan kayak gitu dong.
Enggak kan emang kebetulan aja gitu loh. Gimana sih Yor?
Aku digoreng.
Lu lagi subatan Yor.
Siapa sih yang lagi live?
Gua, share dong.
Mana live lu nggak ada? Oh, gua belum ini, belum.
Sumpah lu.
Kata
Wah
Yor.
parah sih.
Wah,
Parah.
anjing sih lu,
Wah,
gila
ini
sih.
wah,
Belum sub.
Gila sih,
Wah,
gila banget
Gila
sumpah.
sih dah.
Gila banget
Wah, gila sih dah.
anjing.
wah itu parah banget.
Parah. Mas Dim aja udah lo ya Mas Dim ya.
Gua aja udah sub
Oh.
sudah lama deh.
Oh, makanya.
Gila sih.
Keterlaluan sih. Lupa sama teman. Kalau udah di atas main kayak gitu.
Iya bener.
Gak apa-apa Fit.
Kecewa sih. Gila ya? Udah berapa lama enggak
Ya
sub?
kecewa
Iya.
sih, cuman kita coba menerima aja kan dia emang udah di
Iya.
atas.
Iya
Ya,
sih.
iya. Kita mah dewasa aja ya. Iya. Ini kenapa lagu Winda anjir?
Anjir. Outnya 3,97 coy.
Tadi gua mau pasang
Iya.
Sharper loh padahal Yor. Soalnya lu
Wah,
tadi kan
kalau lu
whisper
pasang
gua kan.
Sharper, lu langsung
Udah pasti
ini,
kalah
anjir.
dia bilang.
Kalau di atas kertas sih harusnya sharp boom menang anjir.
Oh,
Gitu.
hampir ya, ceplosan ya.
Hah?
Enggak.
Apa sih?
Terus gimana performa Boom barusan kayak gimana? Apa kurang siap atau apa Yor? Menurut lu?
Ya mungkin
Apa? Kurang latihan?
Iyer parah sih malah sim muka lu. Gua digoreng bangsat butong anjing lu ya. Babi lu. Sini lu Discord anjing. Gua goreng juga lu babi.
Gua goreng
Siapa
juga
ada
butong. Iya. Kacau mana kacau?
Jujurlah padaku.
Wah, masuk butong tambah lagi nih. Alumni Boom semua nih. Tong masuk
Semua-
dong, Tong.
Alumni Boom mana alumni Boom? Agung.
Gua lama-lama gua ajak Agung, Adrian, Takel semua anjir. Nah,
Ini makin ramai nih kalau ada ini nih.
wah aduh kacau lah
Ada
datang lah binatang.
Tong. Gimana performa Boom, Tong?
Mas barista nih.
Gua nonton Yor doang tadi.
Oh, kira.
Iya kan
Doang gua.
ya tadi nontonnya gua doang babi lu ya.
Gimana Tong?
Anjing lu.
Enggak nonton gua.
Parah Yor baru sub emang kontol anjing. Goblok banget
Goblok
susah.
banget.
Tai
Nah,
lu.
pertanyaan gua cuma satu. Lu live baru kapan?
Udah lama kagak lah.
Udah lama kali
lama
video
dia.
live.
Ya gua
Iya,
nggak tahu
emang.
kalau Fidel ada perang live anjing.
Ya
Ya,
elah
itu
bisa
justru
aja lu,
justru
bisa aja lu.
Wah, parah sih.
Padahal semuanya tahu loh.
Parah,
Emang
parah
susah,
emang parah.
star syndrome.
Nggak,
Ntar kalau
nggak,
pagi-pagi
Tong,
lu
Tong,
invite
Tong,
gua
Tong,
bilang
Tong,
nggak
anjing,
mau
nggak
ngentot.
tahu lu tong tai.
Star syndrome susah.
Kutong masa ketawa-tawa anjing kutong.
Yor, tadi gue liat lu main rank kan. Lu kayak stres banget sih. Kalau nggak ada gue lu stres ya.
Iya tong, lu
Kacau ya.
main sama gua dong. Biar gua seneng dikit anjing.
Lu kan
Sampai gua pagi-pagi udah stres di apa viewer kayak anjing. Gua butuh lu sih.
ya udah ntar gue temenin. Buat temenin
Oke.
ketawa doang lu.
Nah jangan gitu dong. Temenin biar kita radian bareng.
Ngapain Radian anjing nggak penting.
Anjas.
Sekarang udah gak ada tim apalagi yang harus kita kejar. Rank coy.
Bener juga lu.
Ya enggak salah sih.
Oh iya.
Nggak salah.
Goreng terus bang.
Rank
Siap.
coy yang harus kita kejar. Ini apa sih happy? Enable push shut the fuck up ya.
Ajak ke sini dong Rich kalian dong Rich.
Yang mana
Aduh.
Babang Rich? Yang bentar lagi mau ke Jakarta nih.
Wow, ini dia.
Oh belum di GH ya si
Nggak tahu. Udah di Jakarta dia.
nggak tahu. deh.
Happy bacot Dina anjing.
Aduh.
Gue tadi mau donate Ior biar sebatonnya lancar kan ya. Ya ternyata dia belum subs ngentot.
Nggak jadi lah ya.
Nggak jadi dah. Kro aja dah
Kecewa sih,
anjing.
kecewa
Ya
sih.
ya udah.
Gue kecewa sih.
Ya gue kecewa banget sih Kro. Jujur aja.
Gila sih. Gue kecewa juga sih.
Kau
itu,
bungkala
kata
nggak
Ian.
tahu Bang Rafael. Jangan tanya aku Bang.
Aduh.
Ini kan masih grup. Kalian kok ya, tiba-tiba orang tuh lu pada parah sih ngomongnya sih.
Siapa nih?
Apa?
Kacok? Oh bukan.
Bukan ini
Rip.
anjing.
Kaki kaca.
Enable sok modik.
Mana senyumannya Bang? Tai
Assalamualaikum.
Bambang, thank you 100 ribunya. Bangkin lu. Kenapa sih? Itu anjing langsung rame cok. Lihat cuma pengen ketawa-tawa mau. Semua chat gua ketawa-ketawa semua cok.
Kenapa? Karena lu senang Boom kalah.
Iya. Gak apa-apa kok
Yor,
wajar.
sehat
kok.
Yor. Ketawa lagi butong.
Tok, tok.
Yor digoreng.
Butok.
Gue digoreng sendirian anjing.
Ini
Gue
nanti-
butuh kacau anjing. Sabar
Ini
gua
nanti
telepon kacau,
nanti
Bang.
sore nanti malam ini si Kevin update Insta story tapi close friend lagunya Pharrell William itu yang happy.
Iya. Happier.
Iya.
Ay.
Babi lu ya anjing.
Cuma close friend.
ya.
Close friend nggak ke public. Iya.
Ay.
Sabar, gue telepon Mister Kacau.
Udah kayak Nobar manager anjing.
Dulu bentar.
Nih,
Oke.
ah kok offline
sini,
streamnya?
Cok, Discord cok, gue tolong cok.
Hah? Streamnya offline? What the fuck?
Ya udah buruan cok, kalau bisa langsung ke Discord ya.
Wah, Agung enggak balas nih Agung nih.
Apa?
Aku lagi ketawa tuh Tong.
Berarti hostnya sekarang Mas Dim.
Epek
Mas Dim yang
lah. Ya udah, cepetan lah. Iya, ini lagi digoreng gue babi. Gue butuh lu buat tumbal juga, coek.
Anjing, aku baru sadar nama
Tahu
channelnya.
nih nggak di donate juga nih.
Nama channel
Anjing.
Kick ya.
Kiket Boy.
Oke, bentar ya. Apa gue perlu telepon Adrian juga?
Adrian lagi latihan, lu jangan ganggu-ganggu, dia lagi serius, udah punya tim dia.
Iya, yang lagi latihan jangan
ganggu
ganggu dah.
Lah, ya udah, gue telepon Agung juga nih anjing. Gue doang yang dibully anjing. Kenapa sih?
Apa sih dibully, Yor?
Gak boleh
Kita
gitu,
cuma nanya feeling
Gak
lu.
boleh gitu, kita harus dukung Indo guys.
Lu senang atau sedih? Jujur lu aja.
Ya sedih dong, Indo kalah 1 match, tapi kan masih bisa comeback.
Oh gitu.
Coba tanya
Tapi
Butong.
menurut lu bisa nggak?
Bisa, masa nggak bisa?
Sedih
Kan-
kok senyum.
Nih, bisa lah lontodak ya nggak? Enable, bisa kan?
Bisa.
Bisa, Kingsman bisa.
Kalau
Bisa,
amit-amit,
bisa.
kalau amit-amit kalah lawan Todak gimana
Ini udah
Yor?
pasti lolos orang yang diambil 4 kok.
Enggak, kalau amit-amit gitu lu gimana perasaan lu?
Kenapa?
Kalau bisa amit-amit nggak lolos, amit-amit.
Nggak, jangan
Takel
dong.
mana nih Takel nih? Oh pasti nonton
Lu
Takel
kita harus
tadi.
dukung Indo dong.
Oh iya, ada Takel
Antara
aja.
boom kalau nggak bis.
Ada Mas Nanda itu. Nanda
Apa
sini
nih?
dong.
Pepek sini cok, tolong cok. Tolong cok, anjing gua di ini tai.
Lagi
Butong
ngumpulin
juga mantan
alumni.
malah nyerang gua babi.
alumni boom di ospek di sini.
Tuh Cok, Yor ada yang chat tuh Yor.
Siapa?
Bikin grup alumni boom padahal udah ada ya Yor. Canda.
Iya.
Canda.
Orang kan mau ke
Canda.
Bandung, ke Gracia lagi
Canda.
kita. Random anjing. Babilah. Jujurlah sayang. Nanti.
Masuk.
Jujur yo, happy nggak?
Apa?
Nggak apa-apa.
Enggak, apa yang harus, kenapa harus happy? Why? Kenapa?
Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam.
Selamat sore Bapak.
Selamat datang host. Gimana perasaan
Selamat datang,
setelah kalau mantan
Bapak
kalah?
Kevin loh. Dia senyum-senyum terus loh Kevin lo kayak
Loh,
happy gitu.
Gimana nih soal
Kan,
Son?
kan gue happy gara-gara lu pada kan?
Kita
Emang
begitu
iya?
aja.
Iyalah.
Emang iya?
Semenjak masuk lu pada kan langsung seneng gua.
Oh gitu.
Kenapa
Nggak
sih ini lagi bahas apa sih? Lagi bahas apa
Nggak
sih?
boleh kayak gitu lah.
Son.
Enggak Son.
Lu kan kalau punya mantan lu lihat mantan lu happy atau enggak sih biasanya?
Kalau gue sih nggak suka mantan gue happy sih.
Nah, iya kalau Ior katanya dia suka.
Ya, itu.
Katanya.
Calon-calon masuk surga nih anjing.
Iya,
orang-orang
gila.
kayak gini nih.
Tadi dia tanya,
Gimana
Son.
hidup lu, Yor? Hah?
Statsnya dia tanya. Tadi paling bawah siapa sih dia bilang tuh kan?
Mana ada? Gue tanya statsnya mana?
Iya.
Gue tanya statsnya
siapa?
mana?
Parah
Kok
sih.
nggak ada?
Ternyata yang main Sentinel,
Iya.
tuh.
Oh.
Kebetulan
Iya.
sama
Iya.
role-nya.
Iya.
Hati-hati lu orang, hati-hati.
Coba saja.
Lu fitnah itu lebih kejam daripada pembunuhan. Gua kasih tahu. Gua kasih tahu, hati-hati. Jangan sampai lu gua geber dah anjas.
Ini anjay.
Siap Bang.
Ini mau digeber kita guys.
Si paling geber nih Son. Hati-hati lu Son.
Paling geber.
Sebanyak bacot.
Ber.
Anjing nih kacau kayak mati lampu segala anjing.
Cok todak oddsnya 4 anjing lawan boom. Pasang nggak sih?
Parah.
Coba tanya Ior, Son,
Oke.
tanya Ior, Son.
Oke,
coba.
Gini.
Orang nanya lu.
Sorry. Boom. Di boom isinya teman-teman gua kenal baik
Iya,
gitu
semua.
kan. Tapi kalau udah urusan duit beda dong.
Ya bener sih. Makanya Wilson nanya kan.
waktu boom lawan full sense aja gue pasang full sense cok. Gimana dong? Jadi ngeliat kayak ya udahlah kalau boom menang saya senang, kalau full sense menang saya juga
Senang
senang. Nah, itu kan win-win solution. Nah, ini
Ya udah,
topiknya kali
pasang
ini.
aja, Son. Gua mah terserah. Jangan tanya gua dong.
Kan nanya doang, Yor.
Lah, gua
Iya,
nggak tahu
kan nanya.
apa-apa.
Nggak,
Emang
kan-
gua ikut latihan ya kan kagak anjing.
Jangan sedih dong.
Kok lu
Santai
jadi
dong.
marah?
Jangan nangis dong. Jangan nangis dong. Jangan nangis dong.
Emosi dong.
Lu orang lu kenapa lu harus
Gua
marah-marah?
nggak bisa, Bro. Nggak bisa,
Malah
Bro.
keluarin unek-unek.
Iya,
Sabar,
kayak
santai
latihan.
dong. Dewasa
Santai
Vin,
dong.
dewasa.
Ya, Yor paham
Iya,
lu
dewasa
lebih
dong,
jago
ya.
dari Raffi. Mana ada Raffi lebih sakit, jauh.
Todak
Jangan lebih jago Raffi
Todak
lah.
jago nggak? Gue kan udah lama nih nggak nonton Todak nih. Kalian kan
Tanya Rich,
masih
tanya
nggak
Rich.
tahu.
Tanya Rich.
Rich, Todak sakit nggak Rich?
Yang baru.
Kalau
Eits.
sekarang tak tahu tuh.
Tak tahu. Kok mic-mu beda sih?
Emang iya.
Iya.
Todak siapa
Jadi
sih?
lebih- Lebih handsome.
Lebih
Todak
ganteng
tuh
ya.
aduh kak, klik. Kyle
Aduh,
siapa?
Kak.
Kyle
Klik.
siapa Kyle?
Nggak
Lagi
tahu,
baru diganti apa? Ganti Haikal.
Oh.
Kalau menang dua-duanya tuh udah kali 8, Cok. Lu pasang $10 balik 80 anjing.
Jadi aku pengen bet dah nih Todak.
Iya gak sih? Kalau ngelihat mainnya kayak tadi ya gue ngeliat
Ya mungkin karena ini aja kurang panas Son.
Ya elah lu aman banget sih hidup lu Yor
Yor,
anjing.
gimana sih Yor? Gimana sih Yor?
Bos.
Aduh.
Padahal lagi senang banget tuh.
Kan as always kan Boom kan telat apa lama kan panasnya kan.
Tapi biasanya
Iya.
comeback sih Yor, biasanya tapi tadi enggak, kenapa ya?
Karena siapa gitu Yor?
Gas terus deh.
Ya kan? Kayaknya gua nggak pernah lihat Boom 13-5, nggak pernah gua lihat. Aing pasti 13-10 di comeback lah at least gitu loh.
Fidel hoster mehek-mehek nih anjing.
Iya anjing, gorengnya jago babi.
Raja Wali
Udah
dulu
sering
namanya,
digoreng
anjing.
kayaknya habis dikeluarin dari BTS.
Jangan gua lagi dah. Udah lewat
habis
masa
masa
gua.
roastingnya Fidel,
Iya anjing.
Udah basi, udah nggak lucu.
Sekarang yang lagi anget aja.
Aduh.
Mana nih belum mulai lama
Ya
anjing.
anjing nih kayaknya dia satu apartemen dah sama Kaco udah mati lampu juga kayaknya anjing.
Hah? Itu mati lampu?
Iya.
Emang iya?
Kaco mati lampu.
Iya makanya anjir.
Rich, kau kapan
Oh,
ke Jakarta, Rich?
Oh iya, Rich kapan Rich?
Pas turni Vas harusnya.
Oh, bentar lagi dong.
Vas.
Iya, yang Valorant Showdown itu.
Oh.
Coba sisa satu
Kapan
lagi
tuh?
file.
Kapan tuh, Rich?
tanggal berapa, Rich?
Probably minggu depan nggak tahu
Oke.
kapan. Tak ada
Anjas.
tanggal lagi.
Rich ke Indo.
Iya, anak Jakarta nih bentar lagi nih.
Let's go party.
Party.
Ngomongnya
kita
udah
mabuk,
weh,
yo.
jangan gitu weh. Weh.
Oke weh. Lo tau nggak?
Yor nanya kapan
Kata
mulainya biar
kata
dia bisa
gue
ketawain Boom. Gila banget sumpah
Iya.
mulut lu.
Gila banget, gila fitnahnya
Gila
bener-bener
mulut
super
lu tuh
duper
jangan kayak gitu,
anjing.
Jok. Dia tuh kalau happy
Loh,
juga
dari
dalam
tadi
hati.
gua aja nonton Boom Dota anjing.
Jangan udah.
Yang di YouTube juga impulse-nya down ya?
Baru mulai lagi
Oh,
Son.
ini ada anjing.
Udah.
Oh, ini udah starter streaming 7 minutes ago.
Fracture ya, fracture.
Fracture, cok. Nani. Asli, gua fracture nih.
Ridwan ngajak mabok gua gas.
Gas.
Ah, lu mah. Giliran orang lain yang ngajak lu mau, giliran gua lu enggak
Ah,
mau.
banyak bacot dah lu,
Abang.
Son. Lu jangan banyak bacot dah, sumpah.
Lah,
Tapi
lu
semua
mau.
orang mau aku coba lonte anjing di Indo.
Waduh, siapa
komen
siapa,
post-
siapa?
di komen postnya
Astagfirullah.
Astaga, Riz.
netizen Indo suruh aku coba lonte anjing.
Astagfirullahaladzim.
Ingat Rich.
Goblok.
Tobat, Rich, tobat, Rich, tobat.
Kasih tahu
Astagfirullahaladzim.
Del.
Joy,
Gas
jangan
gak sih?
gua. Anjing langsung dal. Mas Dim tuh, Mas Dim.
Masih.
Kok
Lu kurang-
gua?
Wah, Fidel bener-bener lu.
Gua
Orang baru
lah.
sampai Jakarta lu ajak yang nggak bener anjing.
Wah, gila sih.
Ya si
Wah,
Fidel
gila sih.
ngajakku aja coba cowok.
Harusnya tuh langsung ajaknya tuh ke Masjid Agung dulu gitu kan, kasih ke landmark yang
Iya,
sangat
ke masjid dulu,
menggambarkan rich gitu
Pas
loh.
tuh baru lonte.
Datang.
Astaga.
Udah kayak udah.
Rich, tobat.
Udah.
Istighfar,
God
Rich
damn,
one.
son. God damn.
No filter.
Lontong sate kan maksudnya lonte itu lontong sate.
Iya.
Ya.
Iya.
Nah,
Tolong
Iya,
lah.
tuh masuknya.
Tolong dong di filter dong.
Gila. Gila.
Tolong di
Fun,
filter
fun.
dong.
Di take down semua stream ini.
Iya. anjing.
Aku perosak streamer.
Berusak streamer mentang-mentang Nimo anjing.
Tak, dok, tak
Iya,
sebenarnya.
Nimo nggak bisa ini ya. Nggak akan copyright ya.
Boom yang ngebet, yang ngeboom bet 58%, yang ngebet Sharper 41%.
Ah, gua-
Anjay.
Kertas warna putih, awan warna putih, tisu warna putih, peju warna putih, sapi minum, pepek.
Apa lagi bisa
Yang bikin di take down itu dia sendiri aslinya.
Iya.
Apa sih?
Ambil makan dulu ah.
Udah senang banget lah Ior kayaknya sekarang ya. Moodnya. Vibe lagi bagus.
Ini fracture picknya boom kan?
Iya.
Yap.
Aduh, seru banget dan nih game.
Kata gue sih menang Bung, Son. Kata gue.
Kalau gue sih enggak sih.
Enggak ya?
Ngelihat ya berkaca dari map 1 ya.
Ya.
Cuman ya mungkin ini sudah mengerjakan PR, sudah prepare dengan lebih baik. Ya, we'll see. Kalau gue sih bilangnya enggak sih harusnya. Karena nembaknya aneh, Del.
Iya, yang tadi tuh.
Bukan perkara kalah strat, aduh nembaknya sumpah seumur-umur gue ngeliat berserk.
Sama.
Berserk nembak kayak gitu anjing.
Cok, yang tadi.
Itu yang di Heaven kan?
Iya.
Yang di Heaven ya?
Iya.
Yang mau nembak race ya?
Iya. Nah,
Yang di
sama
rafter.
kan otak lu semua itu.
Ada satu lagi Son yang di rem, tau gak lu? Nembak kok gak mati-mati.
Oh, yang nahan ya?
Ada dia nahan
love angle gitu di atas kotak.
Oh iya. Itu makanya gue bilang seumur-umur gue nge-cast berserk gak bakal nih anjing.
Pakai
Lagi di bootcamp ya? Rizky ya?
Merokok dulu aja lah. Goreng terus.
Nah, semua di sana di bootcamp.
Iya.
Oh, Rizky juga di bootcamp.
Botol main Bridge, Blaze main Astra, Berserk main Jet, terus main
Sambil nanyanya kayak gitu loh. Oh itu di bootcamp. Oh.
Ya, nanya doang.
Iya.
Mas Dim, ya gitulah.
Mas Dim sehat, Mas Dim?
Sehat Tom gimana? Aduh. Bapak barista ini.
Alumni corona nih.
Iya dong.
Alumni corona gak tuh?
Alumni corona.
Ada reuninya nggak reuni? Masuk sini.
Jadi kalau masukin 5 superstar tuh belum tentu jago ya tim ya? Iya nggak sih?
Iya. Belum tentu. Enggak sih, ini belum semua superstar, Del. Kan satu lagi streaming ini.
Oh iya benar.
Makanya.
Bener.
Kalau dia yang main mungkin beda cerita ya mungkin.
Udah pasti beda sih kayaknya kalau kata dia.
Pasti beda ya.
Harusnya.
Ini iya dia nonton dari HP ini sambil makan.
Iya. Ketawa-ketawa nih.
Senyum-senyum nih anjing nih anak nih. Pasti gitu deh.
Aduh.
Numbers advantage on a rush if you want it.
I love how many ghosts we're going to see here. This is going to be a really aim-oriented pistol round.
For now, Frostmind moving up, looking towards that ultimate orb, but for now they just have to try and deal with these duelists. Moving up through this dish, but they're still pinching in from the other side as well. The bottle's going to be keen to maybe throw out this flash, but already they've lost Bursa. And now they're all alone with a spike in hand. They could be hunted down, and if that's the case...
Korang nonton di Twitch atau di YouTube?
Spikes on the floor, it's in the hands of Niffy.
Waduh, flawless.
Flawless, aduh.
Claimed by Sharper.
Dare I say it, Harry, if we
BO berapa nih? BO 2.
get into this rhythm, that
Open.
exactly happen on
Open apa tuh, Rich?
Hah?
Open
BO.
Kenapa?
Open apa?
Enggak, skip.
ST atau LT?
Astaga.
Parah.
Pretty good about this so
Itu
far.
apa?
Mas Dim, yang bener Mas Dim. Hah?
Artinya apa?
Enggak ngerti gua.
Mas Dim.
Ya.
Cheese, makan guys.
1-0 Yor. Cheese.
Oh, pantas Ior
Pantes
celebrate.
iya.
Oh, Ior celebrate cheese gitu. Gara-gara 1-0.
Kagak gue ngikutin yang ngomong cheese anjing.
Kok ngegas?
Oh no. This is going to go so poorly for Frostmind if they get the pace on. If they can find the timing, Crema, Frostmind is going to have no idea that they're
nyelip.
approaching.
The
The angle
nyelip.
of that turret just was not good enough. Frostmind is going to be caught moving up into the air. It's a free kill. The spike is still over in attacker's spawn.
Makan guys.
It's 3 versus 4 now.
Mati nih Vi.
Kok habis nonton kalah?
Anjir.
Ya.
Anjing gue belum makan dari pagi.
Kalau
Why? How?
Coba itu Ior kayaknya juga bunuh deh.
Masuk instan gitu ya?
Bisa gila anjing nonton ini sumpah. Gue bisa gila cok.
What the
Itu Nivi.
Tadi
Nivi
siapa?
ada
Saya botol. Gila diketawain sama Wilson kayak anjing jahat banget sih lu Son.
Gue kecewa berat soalnya ini brother. Kayak ekspektasi gua tuh besar banget.
Buat Boom ya?
Buat Boom, sumpah, beneran. Gua tuh bener-bener
pasti
ekspektasi
waktu
tuh.
gua masih di boom lu nggak expect gede ya?
Ngentot.
Oh, oke. Oh gitu.
Dia minta
Nggak dijawab,
digoreng.
Yor,
Iya,
nggak dijawab, Yor.
Emang gue bisa ekspektasi apa sih dari lu, Yor? Enggak anjing. Dari dulu ekspektasi gue besar sama Boom gitu loh.
Ah,
Terus kan kalau ada
bacot.
perubahan kan berarti ini mereka mencoba resep
Nggak
baru
usah
kan.
ini dah.
Tuh kan si
Cari
kontol
cari alasan yang nggak jelas.
Tuh, nggak apa-apa Son harus digituin biar dia bangkit kan. Kevin bangkit nanti dia kayak simple.
Tapi telat juaranya.
Iya.
First game nggak ini yang game kedua. Makan babi kecap nggak makan ikan goreng. Sama sambal mentah.
Pinocchio's here. Going to be taking the first contact.
Woi,
but
ini dia.
So many members of Sharper
Boleh nih.
just fall on down. Sniffy going to be
Anjir.
slowed down here.
Aduh.
What the fuck, Shep?
Oh, sekarang lagi meta ya Phantom kembang kempis ini ya anjing, semuanya pakai.
Yeah, it's kind of awkward right now. If you are alert, could be. Oh my
Anjing jadi
goodness,
kalah.
it's a bottle
3 lawan
full
2.
there as well. 3 versus 2.
Halo sayang.
Is in the sewers. Beta's fallen. It's come down to a 2 versus 2. This is not ideal for the full buy here of Boom.
Slow and almost silence around the map at the moment. They're able to bring that spike back to the site, but took a while to get there. Alert.
Kembang kempis nggak kembang kempis lah.
Kembang kempis anjing. Iya, gimana sih lu?
Remember, this box is penetrable. Flipsider all alone needs to win the 1 versus 2. Can't quite deliver the blind, but SP can deliver the bullets. The Phantom finds its mark. And on their bonus, or at least half bonus, they managed to maintain the rifles here. This is huge for Sharper.
It's a demon.
Really solid stuff.
Woi, pedes banget anjir.
Circulation. Alert, he's gonna bring his ult up as well.
Tapi kan Thailand kan dari dulu kan timnya gitu aja, muter-muter playernya.
A lot of them
udah masuk semua ganti-ganti.
So it's gonna be 1 or 2 rounds
Mikir
before they
tajam
can
sih.
actually try and throw ult back in the face of Sharper.
Apalagi Ior ya kalau main ya.
Kenal lagi.
Anjing gua diem loh. Woi, Kro.
Gua cuman komplimen lu. Gua cuma komplimen lu as a player.
Kro, lu lagi makan lo, Kro.
Oh, ya enjoy makanan.
Ior matanya cuma di radar Frost main doang aja dari tadi.
Itu sih Vin.
Komen lu paling tai sih dia, sumpah.
Anjing, gila. Gila.
Woi, gila ngeri.
Udah kayak Ior nih, gila nih.
Gila.
Killjoy-nya kayak Ior.
Dalam hatinya
Udah kayak Ior nih.
main Sentinel tuh begini bos, gituin anjing parah banget lu Yor. SP ngalahin extend.
Siapa sih Yor?
Mana nggak ada. Oh iya lo bener.
Anjing sayok bad all SP bangsa.
We see Sharper for the most part go for the same default where they
Sekarang nggak dukung ininya mantannya juga anjing.
Siapa tuh? Sayo ya? Nggak apa, saya mah tahu-tahu aja tuh. Senang-senangnya.
Kira keras ternyata kertas, parah banget lu Yor, anjing lu ngomong kayak gitu.
Wah gila ya, parah banget gila lu.
Nggak ikut-ikut ya kalau itu ya.
Enggak, gua ngomong itu.
Nah itu dia
timing,
tuh.
Cok. Timing cok anjing.
Gua telat anjing.
Yeah, I'm going to manage to avoid it for now. That's going to be critical because now this is an unshaped area. Still though, they reveal their position by pumping out some damage with that Vandal. Out come the Leers and so too will the Alarm Bot be tripped. Good post-plant positions here from Boom. Could secure them their first round.
Kalau lu jadi Raffi ulti nggak ya?
Telat
udah mati.
Mati,
Ya mati lu bilang gitu barusan.
Pedes bangsat. Keritek ini.
Aduh susah nih tai di depanin.
Dibahas masalah Raffi kok salting ya? Dia ada lagi.
Iya, tiba-tiba langsung
iya,
tonnya naik gitu ya.
Bener.
Entah keselak.
Cara ngomongnya langsung tonnya naik gitu ya. Kenceng langsung.
Time simply is not on their side, and they're looking
Oi,
at
gila.
disengage, damage done to the economy, and Boom grab their first point.
Incredible round from this side, and honestly, that was just what Boom needed. A back and forth, they trade effectively, really strong.
Guys, kalian dukung mana guys?
Boom lah.
Woi, viewer Bangket.
Kayak kata-kata lu lah, dukung Indo ya.
Dukung Indo kan kalian?
Now, sure there is the lockdown. There's
Kalian dukung Indo kan?
Iya.
SEA teams, they really don't seem to favor.
Ior kayak nggak suka sama Frostman gitu, kenapa ya? Gue juga nggak tahu.
Tahu kenapa?
Nggak ikutan.
Anjing, gua ngomong aja enggak loh, babi. Gua ngomong tentang Frostman aja enggak, anjir.
Hai guys.
Hai, Menap.
Ada
Mana ya?
Bisa
Tante. Tambah dong, ini harus.
Ditambah lagi binatang satu datang anjing.
Kok nggak ada Ior sih?
Goblok.
Gini dong.
Ya dihancurin ya, kalau lu dihancurin gak sih kayak gitu?
Kalau Ior mah
Gitu ya. Ditahan ya sama Ior ya.
Ditahan badan gitu, malah bunuh kali ya, Del.
Iya harusnya.
Harus ya.
Ior menang harusnya map pertama tadi sih.
Udah move on Nap, udah map kedua Nap.
12-0.
Tuh.
Iya, gue bilang map pertama deh anjing udah.
Udah nggak apa-apa. Ior udah seneng tadi, nggak apa-apa.
Alright, I think we found the hero player.
Wih, yang didukung gua mantap guys. Gua suka nih viewer kayak gini, nggak kayak tadi siang bang.
Ior, halo sayang.
Are ready to be used. I mean,
Kalau cakap sih.
we finally have a they've got
udah out
to
dia.
get them kills. I suspect we'll see them dropped in.
Gila,
If not,
Allah.
then I don't really know when they would look to use them because they're dying before they even get to
Aco mana ya? Yang nicknya itu ya, Flip Jeder ya?
Listrik.
Getting more and more difficult. Despite actually moving on the road
Lah,
at the moment.
Bengong.
It's been a while since we've seen
Pinocchio sih, the
progress
real
on Dish
Pinocchio anjing.
from the side of Boom. It's going to be a little bit more viable
Hari-hari ganti crosshair berser.
but
Gua nggak mau baca komen lu ngentot.
Iya ganti ya, tadi ganti ya.
Iya tadi kecil putih.
Aduh.
Ah kan, ente dah.
Lu lagi tanding ganti-ganti crosshair Yor, emang.
Bootcamp
Ya
semua.
selalu kalau udah kayak gitu, Cok.
Bootcamp semua. Iya.
Oh, bootcamp semua mereka.
Iya.
Kok gitu sih Kevin?
Iya.
Nadanya
Besar juga.
Ior, thank
Iya,
you
iya.
guys buat ibunya.
Iya, berserk bootcamp.
Kenapa nanya berserk? Nap.
Soalnya kan dia nggak pernah baca, Cok.
Oh iya.
Goreng
Oh.
terus kena goreng.
Jangan tanya enable dong, tanya enable dong.
Apa?
Oh ya, kok nggak ada enable ya? Ini bukan alter ego ya? Oh ini boom, oh my god.
Hah, yang nonton 1.300 anjing kalian ya.
Ini apa, Cok?
Nggak tahu Son.
Apa tante?
Son, berserk udah ganti crosshair lagi Son. Gimana menurut lu Son? Udah 2 kali Son, anjing.
Gue aja tadi pas dia kena ace tuh, kayaknya berserk crosshairnya nggak kayak gini.
Ya udah pindah, udah ganti.
Kayak Dava ya, Dava gonta ganti tapi
How many ults are ready to be used? We haven't seen them
Gila.
dropped. Berserk sure he brought out the knives last round, but
Boom kok jadi kayak MU ya. Lawak cok anjing mulut lu.
Tapi sedih sih nonton MU gila. Aduh, beda.
Sedian mana nonton ini sama nonton MU, Bro?
Ah, ya itu tanya Ior dong.
Oh.
Sedih mana ya?
Kenapa gua lagi nih? Gua lagi makan anjing.
Iya.
Sedih banget
Jumlah
gua.
jumlah kill satu tim Boom sama killnya si Alert banyak sama anjing sama si Alert 14 ketot. Aduh.
Ini mapnya defender sided, Son, nggak apa-apa.
Oh iya.
Yeah, right, bro.
Kalau menurut Ior masih bisa comeback.
Waduh. Astaga.
Hah?
Dustin.
Apa? Hah?
Oke.
Lagi 3 detik anjing.
Berserk.
Berserk, use your magic.
Waduh, gila.
Kalau dia yang dulu kayaknya dia nge-smoke ngedes ke dalam pintunya dah anjing.
Langsung gas ya gitu ya?
Heeh.
kok berbeda ya?
Kok berbeda ya?
Welcome bro, ntar gua tambahin.
Kok beda ya?
Nah.
Kok berbeda ya?
Kok beda? Iya.
Takut salah kali, takut salah.
Oh, takut salah.
Karena lu timingnya sama timnya bareng gitu.
Betul sih, betul sih bang. Rokok dulu lah.
Rounds here or there over on split as well. The problem they had was converting them and then finding those rounds consistently. They're going to attempt to do so again now.
Agil sini sih, bacot Agil sini datang lu.
Aduh, Agil udah kena mental itu Vin. Solo
Dia
dia.
tahu gua semalam kan teriak-teriak doang kan, Kro.
Kenapa?
Agil.
Kenapa?
Semalam teriak-teriak.
Iya. Udah nggak waras dia. Gara-gara Valo. Nge-share bot.
Oh, kemarin kita main CS ada yang nge-cheat, Cok.
Oh ya?
Keras semua. Terus
Iya,
Dota gue nggak ngerti
bukan
main,
ada
anjing
solo.
dipaksa main.
Ya abis itu Agil main Valo kan solo. Lebih stres aja dia. Terak-terak sendiri, banting meja. Kapan lagi Agil gitu?
Weh, besok kan?
Tumben ya?
Kok Vin yang anu pertama berset Vin?
Wah, alertnya gila.
Wah gila. Berani banget anjir skillnya.
Iya sama kayak Yor dulu gitu banget itu.
Terus toh.
Gue sih muji sih.
Iya muji bener,
Yor
iya.
kan yang ganti gua, makanya gue seneng.
Anjing gue baru nggak ada butong ya.
Iya dari tadi nap.
Coba ada butong nih, menang nih bridge-nya, coba. Bridge-nya diganti butong.
Ah, follower gue udah terlalu lama nap untuk digoreng nap. Tahun yang lalu.
Udah terlalu lama.
Udah
Baru-baru aja.
Orang dramanya masih belum asik tau gak sih?
Yang baru-baru aja udah
Sentel lah butong anjing.
Yang baru-baru aja.
Iya, Yor, Frostmine, Sentinel, iya.
We haven't really seen it off on them all series, to be honest. I mean, Niffy, he's been more than happy to bring it out. I mean, Berserks, he may have picked it up once, but for the most
Kalau
part,
lihat si Kevin tuh makan kayak dienak-enakin itu loh, dinikmatin banget loh.
Mana kita lihat.
Loh serius. Biasa kan dia kan makannya cepet tuh.
Oh gila, enak banget nih.
Tadi pas Frostmine nembak muka Yor kayak nggak seneng gitu sih. Apa sih, Bang?
Tapi sekali nge-whiff kayak senyum gitu ya, Del ya?
Iya, bener.
Oh.
Ide anjing sumpah.
Ada yang baca, anjing gua baca doang.
Ih, ngapain lu baca goblok.
Anjir Niffy segitu.
The blaze is blazing fast instead.
Apaan dah Niffy kayak gitu dah.
In the hallway, they need to be outbursted, but they are not
Nah,
able
ini dia.
to do so. It's come down to a 2 versus 2, and Alert is on this same cheeky flank again that last time around grabbed a double, Kremo.
Aduh, dapet dah beta dah anjing. Beta sonde tuh kan.
Gak dijaga anjir.
Oh, ini dia momennya.
Itu kalau Yer pasti dijaga ya. Kalau Yer pasti dijaga ya.
Iya, kalau Yor mah. Udah lah.
And those stars are not worth anything anymore. They see burst.
Aduh, Alert.
Sakit babi.
Wah, sakit
Iya.
banget.
Alert keeps it tight.
17 aja deh.
And that is going to be
Udah kayak simple semalam nih.
An incredible game
Gila,
of
gila.
Alert's having at the moment.
Kok gitu ya
70 to
Berserk
40
ini?
now.
Beda nih ke playnya.
A lot of
Bentar ya, saya mau merokok dulu.
Adaptasi kali Mas Din, kan PC baru,
Iya.
PC bootcamp, masih ada
Iya,
tuh.
tim baru gitu,
Baru.
chemistry-nya iya toh, bener toh. Gitu Mas Dim.
Positif lah.
Iya.
Gak
On the
tahu
flip
kan
side,
tatap.
you do have
Oh,
Blaze ready for the
kunci
World's
sudah
Divide
tersekat.
as well as the knives available for Berserks. Flipsider and Frostmine, they could bring up some of their own, but unfortunately you're going to have to commit the orb to one of them. I suspect it will be Frostmine because we saw them expend the lockdown earlier. Let's go for another very fast hit.
Niffy. Hop in hand, that will ring out in the hallway.
Waduh, ditembusin
Anjir, bisa
anjing.
kena.
They somehow incidentally
What the-
Dapet anjing.
in the midst of all of that.
Nggak dicek nih.
Blind
Oh, dicek
once
deh.
again forces them to take cover, and Beta's going to be left alone without any cover for themselves. Out come the Seekers, and Niffy might have to divert their attention to take that one out. They know that the op is on.
Gua masih nggak
this
jelas ini
angle,
fracture
when
kayak-
everyone is still going to just be leaving
Nggak tahu
away from this area.
Jadi
Apa ya?
kalahnya Boom jadi karena nggak jelas karena mapnya Yor ya.
For a mostly unencumbered
Oh,
push
kirain
through
gara-gara
Ih, gila Yor positif banget anjing.
Especially when they commit the divide. Do we see people die for it? C6, not quite. Very close angle here.
Tergoreng mulu dah.
Lepet, Lita. Kak kuning, Lita.
But they can't quite connect the shots in the aftermath.
Kenapa Lita ngomong apa?
The spike be planted. At the moment it's the hands of the
Halo.
It's going to be in the back
Nah, ini
of
orangnya
sight.
datang ngomong apa lu, Lit?
Cover that could be
Habis
from
lu
the
di
hallway.
ulti.
Jangan,
Down
bahaya.
comes a pair.
Lihat kasih tahu yang Yor ngomongin dong.
Harus ngerem anjing.
Scattering is the question. Is there a way to destroy it? You bet that it is. The bottle was dealt with this
Whoa.
one before. You can't pull a fast
Cara
one
makannya
anyway.
lama banget sih, Yor.
Breach master.
Seneng lagi seneng.
Alert. Once again,
Nikmatin.
the last line of defense. 1 versus 2.
Ah,
4
pedas,
seconds
Cok.
away from that turret. They might be moving in here for wrong angle. They check it, but the bottle is
Eh.
just faster. Lovely stuff there.
Kok
from
gue malah
Boom.
jadi
This
dukung
could be a
SW anjing
rescue
goblok.
half yet.
Parah nggak Indoprat sih.
Iya, jadi kayak Ior lu Nap. Jangan Ior.
Enggak gue pikir bumi.
Gak Indoprat banget lu Nap, woi.
Gue pikir Killjoy-nya bom anjing.
Jangan jadi Ior dong. Mana sih?
Udah ke Indo anjing.
Oh iya. Jelas.
Jelas.
We move into a very strong round from this side of Boom. There's hardly any money at all on Sharper. In fact, I would have been surprised if they eco. Instead, we see this sort of shoddy, Vandal, Shorty, Marshall buy. This is a unique one, let's be honest.
I just got to use every single credit you have. There's no pockets in the grave, Kremmer.
Mana gua tahu jantai gua anjir masalah stats, babi.
Emosi, kok emosi sih? Udah. Nobar tuh jangan emosi dong.
Harus profesional dong Yor, gimana sih?
Iya, fun gitu kan ya kan?
Iya, nggak profesional nih Yor nih.
Orang gua nggak di tim manapun kenapa gua harus profesional?
Anjas.
Boleh.
And now Niffy will have to use the shorty to try and take out on it.
Itu ngeliat bayangan alert kayak gitu lucu banget.
No dramas. In the meantime, I'm concerned about Pinocchio. The hero rifle, the Vandal on deck. What can be done here?
Anjir.
Gila banget ini orang.
Pinocchio sih mabok anjing.
75 Yor.
Yo, comeback yo.
Let's go Yor, gila Yor pakai Killjoy jago banget anjing.
Dukung Indo tapi bukan Boom ini Yor. Oh. Dukungnya bis. Tadi sih emang ngomongnya dukungnya Indo sih, bukan dukung Boom ngomongnya.
Nggak salah sih, nggak salah.
Udah kelar Yor makannya. Biasa cepet sih emang bener.
Lagi nikmatin yo, Del. Lagi nikmatin ini.
Ya udahlah.
Del goreng terus anjing Del.
Sabar, dari tadi udah anjing gak kasihan juga gua tai.
Stop ya. Stop.
Ntar beneran kalah anjing Boomnya tai. Ini SP alert yang mainin Yor. Iya bang.
Aduh. Gila Berserk ngapain? Ente dah.
Swing.
Aduh, swing muka lu jadi swing anjing.
Aduh.
You can never discount this sky. In a 1 versus 2 though, when it comes to this site, could make things a touch more difficult.
Ini ngapain sih di ini?
Sabar ya dia nggak apa-apa. Sabar.
Sabar dong.
Lu mau ngomelin siapa?
Teman nunggu teman.
Iya,
itu kan di belakang dia.
Ada flash ya Yor ya, ada stun.
Bisa stun.
Iya.
Coba Yor itu ya.
Kan tapi kan dia kan IGL ya Yor.
Udah mulus sih.
Mungkin chemistry-nya belum jalan, masih debut baru pertama kali main.
Tahu lu orang kenapa sih?
Lah yang komplain lu roundnya.
Unfortunately, turret starts
makan, cuci tangan dulu.
Given to your position, and it really sets Sharper up now to try and put a fair bit of distance between them and their opponents. Over to this side of Boom, they've got.
Biasanya sih Yor yang main, sekarang Yor yang nonton, nggak apa Yor.
Sort of forced by trap.
Orangnya lagi cuci tangan.
Oh, ntar ngomong lagi deh.
Entenap.
Gue ulang lagi bangsa.
Anjay.
Enggak wis sih soalnya udah low sih.
Gila alert nih bos.
Salah dukung. What can you get done with some guerrilla warfare? Oh, at this range, it ain't gonna be great. Takes off a little bit of armor at least. Forces potentially a re-up there. And only one of the Spectres is gonna be denied.
Alert's having a solid game right now, Harry. 22-6. He is really delivering. And you know, you mentioned last game.
Really.
Kayaknya si Yor di toilet sambil joget-joget tuh.
Waduh.
Senang itu ya. Ceweknya sendiri yang ngomong loh.
Tahan.
Lita nih harus emang diprit deh, sumpah Lita ini.
Bahaya loh ini Rena Lawang Sewu ini emang. Ngomong los loh.
Di album sekarang siapa? Katanya Bani.
Ini game apa Valorant?
Bukan, katanya Dustin ya?
Bani.
Jadi Bani.
Ada apa sih goblok? Guys, kalau nggak main di sini guys, sofanya bukan lu guys.
Parah banget anjing.
Oke malah ngechat di gue bukan yang main goblok kayak. Harusnya
Oh.
di boom. Oh iya Yur,
Halo,
tadi
Yor.
bukan ngomong apa ya, lupa gua.
Apa?
Oh iya Yur, biasanya lu main kok sekarang jadi nonton Yor.
Yor?
Bangsat.
Yor, comeback kan nih?
Comeback.
Comeback.
Oh, comeback.
Time out dulu Yor, gila Yor kurang time out.
Prediksi berapa Yor?
Waduh.
Aduh anjing dibogem pakai speaker gak?
Buset.
Nice.
Sama ada Hagai anjing. Hagai nggak
Ada
di
di
Discord kan?
di live chat gua.
Weh datang lo sini lo. Cuma berani di live chat sini anjing.
Ior jago kok dikit gak tahu bang.
Soalnya Ior nggak kunci.
Vaksin. Si kecil.
Oh tante hai. Menurut sebelumnya menang siapa? SP.
Well, in this case, we're going to see him have a bit more impact. And while his kills are kind of a level with his team, it's the impact of them. Their rounds deciding, which is just what you want to see.
This frag could determine the pace of the round.
Wah anjir.
Aduh gila, dia buta loh kok bisa kayak gitu? Oh di dodge ya
Enggak
tadi?
dodge.
Di dodge.
Ente dah Pinocchio anjing.
One of the most ancient members of this team, which feels weird considering they mostly rebranded or rebuilt in the last 3 months or so after VCT.
Ini sebenarnya map chatnya tentang teror sih sebenarnya ini map.
Belum tahu ya.
Valorant tuh nggak ada map mana gak sih, tergantung tim yang main.
Enggak juga lah.
Ada sumpah.
Iya.
Ada anjir.
Tapi banyak kan map attack sekarang ya.
Soalnya agentnya diperbanyak.
Dismokin siapa ini? Dismokin Dustin ya? Apa dismokin musuhnya?
Dustin
Bukan aneh anjir.
Iya kok smoke gitu malah dapet kan jadi tuh. Kok gitu smoke? Ah blunder sharper anjing.
Kasih tau dong Del, kasih tahu.
Masa smoke di situ enak banget hidupnya anjing.
Iya, padahal
Lu dukung mana sih Del?
Apa?
Lu dukung mana sih anjing, gue bingung.
Hagai
Dukung
juga
boom
lagi
lah.
ketawa itu anjing.
Dukung boom
Tahu
cuma
ya?
tadi semuanya aneh banget
Iya.
tadi semua.
Tapi
Kayak
lu mainin
ngedukungin.
gitu bukannya seneng?
Oh iya enggak lah, gue kasih tahu biar
Gua pengen
sama-sama
Hagai
tahu
di
gitu
sini,
loh.
anjing.
Iya, analis gitu gitu loh.
Gue pengen Hagai di sini.
Bukan itu bukan smoke boom,
Kenapa
smoke
ya?
sharper, baik.
Pasti
Cuman
mental
Hagai
anjing.
nggak kesini sih. Mana nih
Hagai kayak lagi latihan, Hagai lagi latihan.
Oh lagi latihan.
Bukan.
Wah Ikijonya kenapa ya? Jangan tanya gua anjir, kenapa nanya gua anjing.
Emosi sih Yor, santai.
Kesel banget gua.
Sudah ya.
Aduh.
Si Kevin latihan ya, kalau ada Kevin lebih gila sih ini.
Lagi Dota bro.
Iya nih, kalau Kevin
Oh
di
si
sini gua
paling bro.
tai
Iya
sih
bro.
paling bro.
Dota bro.
Si paling bro nih.
Besok biasa mainnya agresif.
Iya.
Tumben.
Divi.
Oh comeback.
Gila.
Comeback nih.
Gila.
For a moment, I thought we were going to have a really, really quick game. I was worried.
For a moment.
Really quick game.
Fidel.
Ya Mas Dim.
Coba lihat si Kevin dah. Semakin bertambah poinnya Bung kok semakin
Mastin
gak ada
bangke
senyuman
nggak
ya.
baca chat gue.
Mana.
Ya tuh, semakin gak ada senyuman. Iya.
Semakin pusing
Oh, ya?
mukanya ya Mas Tim ya.
Oh iya lah bener loh. Anjing
Misalkan
nambah.
mukanya kayak ekspresi kenapa malah menang gitu ya.
Mengarah ke
Sahabatan
ya,
kok
ya.
6 jam makanya.
Oh, dia
Ngapa
pinter
sahabatan
loh dia.
ngapa jadi
Oh,
sahabatan
pura-pura
tercepat?
ketawa.
Ya, pura-pura nggak dengar
Iya,
lebih tepatnya.
elah.
Sahabatan tercepat yang pernah ada.
Bani kok sekarang Phantom Man ya Del. Lu tanya Ior ya, dia paling tahu sumpah.
Well, what? Halo?
Gila alat dari tadi dapat terus anjing bingung gua.
Waduh, anjing.
Sampai
What
ada yang
the
komen itu di Twitch.
fuck?
Alert lagi
Baru
smurfing
ngomong.
nggak tuh?
Si Art lagi ngaceng anjing sumpah.
Bacot
the
banget
fuck,
ada
Alat?
Danantara.
Bro, tuh lihat tuh, Del, lihat Kevin tuh. Alert bulu 3 senyum loh.
Yor,
Iya.
tujuh mainnya kayak gini Yor.
Sorry
Justru-
bang.
We have got Frostbite alone in a 1v5. What has happened, Harry? It's turned on a dime.
Megang burung deh. Burungnya kebesaran.
Calm down, calm down. Calm down, bro. Calm down, bro. Nap. Hari-hari.
Apa sih pada jorok aja anjing padahal gue beneran ngomong burung anjing burungnya dia.
Kenapa besar?
Nasi emang
Kan sama ukurannya.
tahu.
Iya, kok bisa ngomong besar sih?
Tahu.
Kakak aku mau tanya open BO gak? Bapak lu gue open BO anjing.
Gila, bokap. Sekarang open BO sekarang bapak-bapak ya.
Iya, baru tahu gue juga.
Gue
Barang
baru tahu.
banget open BO kagak. Bapak lu gue beli anjing.
Gila,
Sekarang
keren.
zamannya bisa beli bapak, Cok.
Yang punya Napski, yang punya.
Yang punya micet kayaknya Napski ini kayaknya.
Punya mulut lagi sembarangan banget open BO tolol.
9 nggak tuh alert?
Malu gue jual ntar anjing.
Oh jujur mulut ada mulut.
Pre.
Napski ya.
Sekarang zamannya bisa beli bapak jual emak anjing.
Beliau berapa best of 2.
Fairly slow round from both these sides now. Niffy, he may be this first point of contact with the Phantom.
Pinocchio. Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
Blaze is in such a perilous position. They could be taken out so easily by a
Takut
pinch
kena
from
kartu merah ya?
Pinocchio and Niffy together. They're forced to move away. A barrage of utility rings out over the course of A. Still, no one has lost their life. But defending lockdown, it looks like they set a trap and it
Oh
was
dibales.
fallen for. And guess who's all alone by themselves?
ini nge-fake
First
ya?
with
Iya.
the who needs to
Tadinya
bring
mau
out the
komit.
Blade now, going up against the first frag. They need to get a touch more than this. They run out of knives.
Wah bagus move benar bershot
Wow,
nih.
udah.
Cakep.
First falls on down, and so too does Vader.
Operator lama banget ya.
Operator Valorant emang
Dia
tai tuh.
dia bukannya masih ada smoke ya?
Iya ada satu. Iya Yor ada smoke nih bener sekali.
Ada ya, Ria.
Ada.
Iya iya ada semua Yor emang dah. Jetman.
Justru gua nanya anjing.
Ngeding loh.
Ada Yor ada smoke bener. Mestinya di smoke ya kalau tadi ya Yor ya.
Goreng terus deh.
Iya kan.
Goreng.
Kalau ada tadi ada updraft juga Yor. Kalau dia lompat sekali smoke atasnya masih aman tuh Yor.
Keren kan jadi Subaler tercepat.
Subaler anjing. Apa penyebab?
That made it a very doable call and an easy shutdown onto Berserk. Instead, the lack of kill means you shut down.
Digoreng mulu Yor anjing Yor jadi bully-bulian.
There's only about 30 seconds left, and from there it's just a matter.
Gila hari ini yang live banyak banget Cok.
And then just abuse from there on out.
Pada janjian ya?
Kan para menonton boom.
Iya.
Oh gitu.
Ntar kalau lumayan gue live-in juga kok Yor.
Del lu sekarang di tim mana sih Del?
Tim hura-hura gue.
Mau main sama Yor ya?
Iya mau main sama Yor tiap pagi.
Morning guy.
Yoi.
Morning lair anjing.
On A, huddled up for warmth and safety are Predator and Frostmind. Down goes
Main di
Bananas.
ping mana
In
nih?
comes the
Waduh,
gravity
waduh,
well.
waduh.
Frostmind desperately
Anjir.
tries to get out of the way, but it only affects
Nggak
very
dicek tapi
poorly.
ini atas.
The bottle, though, playing from Restore Wake, grabs themselves
Nice.
three.
Comeback Yor.
Always the
Jangan
bottle,
sedih Yor.
and I can't believe that the bottle, as one of the new members of Boom, has proven themselves so instrumental to the efficacy of this team.
I love how Blaze, he was in position to win that round single-handedly. He springs his luck. It doesn't matter. Everyone's steady ready. That's
It doesn't matter.
Senyumnya mana Yor?
Apa?
Senyumnya mana?
Ini senyum nih.
Oh, senyum.
Jangan dipaksa.
Jangan dipaksa dong.
Butong nggak kerja, Butong?
Enggak, libur minggu.
Libur seminggu, anjir.
Kayak nggak ada turnamen kayaknya.
Tapnya bang.
Break season.
Gak ada turnamen.
Turnamen Mobile Legends.
Lucu lu anjing mau.
After being flashed over. Question is, what can Niffy find? Look at the barrage of stars, by the way, that's currently on A main. Or rather, B
Itu
main.
berapa star?
Ini
Tiga ya?
butuh nggak ya sih AWP sebenarnya di sini?
3.
Butuh gak sih?
Butuh.
Butuh banget
Butuh
ini.
banget.
Presentnya nih.
Gila 3 orb nih.
The smoke.
What the fuck?
Sebenarnya apa namanya Royal Saya Challenge.
Gak guna dah orbnya tuh.
Iya.
Opnya siapa?
Dustin.
Mana orbnya ini?
Dustin ya, pasang
kiri
3.
kanan, kiri kanan.
Pasang 3 deh.
Buset.
Coba itu aku. Coba itu aku ya Yor ya.
Waduh.
Dia WP.
Waduh, hack.
Yor udah mulai senyum lagi nih gue liat.
Iya.
Muka lu anjing.
Nambah.
Ketawa-ketawa tuh ngomongnya tuh.
What the
Tuh lihat tuh. Seneng. Ya seneng.
Kan? Gila langsung nyanyi loh, gila loh. Wah, vibes-nya bagus banget.
Coba
SP
kita lihat.
nambah poin.
Coba kita lihat.
Gila.
Yang tadi Frostman
Langsung
nggak dapet.
langsung nyanyi nge-vibes-nya. Gila.
dia.
Gila emang.
Senyum.
Ini apa? Definisi teman bangke.
Kalau senang tuh nggak boleh tahan-tahan ya.
Apa?
Kalau senang tuh nggak boleh ditahan-tahan.
Iya rezeki.
Harus siapa yang dikeluarin ya?
Apa?
Gimana Nap?
Apa Nap?
Harus
Apa, Nap?
dikeluarin.
Apanya? Apanya?
Lu sih bener-bener loh, Nop.
Nah, apaan sih?
Iya.
Ya.
Oh alah, oh gitu, mau main jorok.
Hah? Apaan sih jorok?
Apaan sih lu main jorok?
Kita ngomong apa, Tong? Nggak ada jorok-jorok.
Bener, jorok harus dikeluarin happy-nya tolong.
Iya.
Apa lanjut lagi belum nggak tahu gue kan jorok.
Jorok.
Oh lol, jorok more anjing.
Wah, kena timing nih.
Wah, timing nih. Timing siapa yang kena timing duluan?
Aduh nggak ada.
Iya
yang-
sih.
Masuk gak ada yang
Iya
lihat.
anjing.
Oh dia lihat.
Oh lihat ya.
Lihat itu, udah pasti
Sakit, tangan gue tiba-tiba sakit.
4-3
Emang
16-9.
emang kayak gitu harus
Dia
diklik lagi ya.
4-3 itu CS dia.
Woi nice.
Mantap.
Dia kan pakai
pergerakannya.
AWP ngapain ngedes anjing.
Same day delivery they would say. Full blind.
Buang
give it
crosshair.
over.
Biar jadi Kevin.
It doesn't matter when the ball shoots like this.
Benar juga lu, Yor.
Oh boom.
Iya.
I'm starting to understand why you
Udah
picked
semua temennya
fracture
emang anjing.
even with no
Kenapa nggak pakai Viper ya?
They
Padahal di
are
rank semua pada
performing
pakai
admirably,
Viper anjing.
especially considering that they were kind of embarrassed on split.
Mungkin kalau lu
Dia
masuk
pakai
di
Viper
boom,
loh.
kalau lu di boom mungkin lu Viper ya, Yor.
Enggak, udah nggak suka Viper.
Oh.
Enggak tuh boleh kali biar HP.
But in this case, it's going to
Lama nggak
Di sini
sih?
Astra kepake ya biar tahu.
Nomor 100.000 tuh nomor berapa ya? Gue tambahin dulu deh.
Now comes the Blade Storm. Niffy knows that there's a
20 tambah
rifle
tadi-
heading down
tadi
that
ini,
area.
joget
of
ya,
course,
nanti ya.
that's within the
Ada
gravity
dua, Bang.
well. And there's gonna be
Lu
plenty
streaming udah kayak
of
Bigo, joget-joget tuh.
presence from this to try and bring Niffy forward. They can't connect the first. Now they're under the duress of a turret that needs to be taken out by their co-conspirator. And Blaze
dilawan.
SP tim Indo enggak, Thailand.
Thank you ya
Oke. Oke, Yor.
Gila, Yor. Aduh, Yor kayak enggak gitu. Senyum enggak, Yor?
Poin sih Yor, let's go Yor. Selamat
Enggak.
dari Los Santos, hai.
Gila, Yor enggak senyum nih.
Kok nggak senyum?
Terus di capture buat
Yor enggak senyum nih.
Almost choked Sharper, who can pull out a buy short, but I don't know
Ya
what
sih,
the
nggak
impression
akan
was
Bu menang.
and the thought
Lah,
process was
kocak lu,
behind
bos.
him last round. This round they go, sure there's the op on Niffy, but that's it. They need him to go for it.
Anjing, gua lapar banget, babe.
Guardian, we rarely see that, but need to remember as well.
Lu mau
this
kode-kodein
last
ini ya,
cannon, there's
dibeli
no
makanan
armor
ya?
behind it, Harry.
Kagak udah
Perfect
udah
position to
pesen
close out
belum.
this map here.
Oh, ya relax dong nih, guys.
Apa cari, Kak?
Flip side, well, they were piloting the dog as well. They will
Ya
get
si
out of
Dogis
that
kayak
just
dikurangin
in
ya, nggak
time.
tahu gua.
Ajak Kaco gabung DC. Ah, Kaco emang udah balik
Kaco kayaknya lagi buat PC dah. Ya, tadi ngechatin gua terus.
buat PC.
Iya, lagi fokus ngebuild PC dia.
Oh.
Aduh.
Aduh.
Kayak nge-lag anjir tuh reaksinya.
Iya.
GG ini udah kayak ya.
Kok lu kayak kesel gitu sih?
Iya. GG ini kayaknya.
Anjing lah GG tai.
Sehat belum, alhamdulillah baik. It's only me, but it's only me.
Worrisome for Sharper. The Reyna is so low on HP and they are
Udah
really
kayak
running
gini.
out of utility.
The Reyna is so low.
But what really can he do off the back of it?
Roro
That
ya berganti
aftershock's going to
Jonas.
leave him out of position, and at that point, once the turret goes, he's going to have no other warning but using himself as a bit of a meat shield.
The Empress has expired. This needs to be a hit from Pinocchio, and it will
Wah,
be.
ngeheal lagi.
And that's going to be a little bit of
Aduh,
additional health.
malah Rene nge-heal.
Iya.
A touch of forgiveness potentially. Out they come
Waduh,
with the
waduh,
Guardian
waduh.
again.
Rena lagi.
Aduh, Pinocchio jadi menyala Johnny.
Why you overpick? Why?
Waduh, lawan.
Waduh, Heng. Overtime-nya guys ya.
Waduh.
Aduh.
Aduh. Oh, ini dia.
Ini dia bisa nggak?
Aduh.
Aduh, bisa-bisa ya Rena yang bunuh.
Aduh.
Anjir.
Pusing.
Waduh.
Yor, emang harus yang nge-pick Heaven lagi ya itu ya tadi ya?
Pusing. Apa nggak tahu bang?
Pura-pura gitu sedihnya anjing.
Aduh, pusing. Aduh, pusing.
Senang itu, lagi nyanyi-nyanyi.
Iya, iya.
Senang banget ya.
Waduh. Ini nggak ada kacau aja.
Kalau ada Kaco tambah senang lo ya, berdua.
Selama ini.
Oh iya, tenang banget lu, tenang banget.
Senang banget ya.
Iya, gila beda banget.
Udah mau joget gitu.
Gila rame banget tuh anjing kalian semua ya.
Lepaskan
But it's only me, believe me.
It's only me.
Kecil mulu bang, iya lagi gabut tuh, kalau gabut mainin rambut. Masa mainin jembe.
Logis
Nap. Allah, hari-hari.
Jembe goblok.
Dicecok.
Nah baru seperti DC.
Gua juga DC anjing.
Oh, reroll please.
Iya, ntar.
Lapar. Perut ini lapar.
While they figure that out, let's have a look at this. Let's have a look at this scoreboard. Alert hasn't got a kill in a while. They have been so close to this 30 bomb since they got that 4K on B
Di post dulu dong admin.
Ini gimana menurut lu? Apanya yang gimana? Ada XCN yang ngedonate namanya XCN gitu. Ini kenapa anjir? Gue di invite ya? Apa sih Jason pakai invite segala?
Hopefully we can fix things momentarily. Looks like we have had a bit of a rollback. We'll go straight into us once the freeze time ends, and we can go from there. Looks like we're all good though.
I think it rolled back.
Terus gimana?
Yeah, while they fix that, we can stay on camera. We can talk about yeah, a really solid game so far on both sides. My worry for
Tumben banget lu diajak jalan-jalan nggak mau, ntar pas main lu pada maunya nonton babi.
the fact they're unable to use that.
Udah dilihat anjay.
Grup bang.
Cuman
Ntar
ya
poin
udah.
mana?
Gara-gara gua boom GH boom DC muka lu, gua DC-in sekalian anjing.
Raw aim, they have the advantage, and on their defender's side, that can be really hard to overcome. Oh, he go back and get it.
All right. Back to it, boys. And once again, it is Sharper on the defense now. Boom on the offense. No operators, no glass cannons in sight, Kramer.
Ini BO berapa? BO 2. Jason mau main film banyak emang bangke.
Glass cannon operator was sort of considered by Niffy, it just didn't work.
Mulai senyum nih kawan. Thank you donate-nya. Gila lu ya.
You know, if it doesn't work for them, it probably won't work for us. These teams are so evenly matched that they may not have to test strategies because it's not needed. For Sharper, I want to see Alert used a bit more as a lurker.
Kalau champion stream nggak tahu, kayaknya iya. Masih lama tapi bang. Ntar yang Valorant Arena Showdown tuh gue stream. Nggak ada online. Itu baru seru tuh. Karena main sih nggak tahu. Nggak tahu.
Just making sure that everyone's good to go. The last thing we want is for anyone to be at a disadvantage.
Jangan lupa like ya guys. Tolong banget ini mah ya.
We've got such limited exposure to this map in professional settings. It's
Turun
very new,
biasa.
of course. I don't know if it was
Biasa.
in the map pool for LCQ. I think it might have been, but very few teams.
Main
obviously.
apa?
Play the games that they've scrimmed more, and they've been scrimming Haven, Bind, and Split since the release of the game.
Lama
So
banget ini
they're
weh.
much more likely to consider them some of their top maps. But one of the interesting things about our veto system is that this was a guaranteed
Pada
pick.
sibuk semua
Well,
gila.
both teams got
Fidel sama
themselves a
viewernya
fan, and then both
sendiri,
teams got
Crow sama
themselves a pick.
viewer
Boom said, "You know
sendiri.
what? We're gonna go to the newest
Enggak
map.
kok Yor,
Go
gue
for Frankfurt."
menemani lu. Lu mau apa?
But it might be
bacot
that
lu.
Lu mau apa?
who try to
So,
take
masa banyak bacot tuh.
the more experienced teams to
Lu
fight.
senang,
Padahal
gua
judulnya
senang.
yang lebih membagongkan ya.
Siapa gua?
Iya.
Kan itu lu yang suruh anjing.
Susahnya, gua aja baru subsel lu.
Kan lu udah tuh kontak gua, lu pakai judul ini aja anjing. Kalau 1 sampai 10 boom kerasnya sekarang berapa ya emang?
Apa?
Kalau 1 sampai 10 kalau gue suruh nilai boom sekarang berapa kerasnya?
Nggak tahu bang. Lu yang nilai dong.
Lu dong.
Kan lu kan orang luar, lu kan yang bisa bedain keras.
Lah lu kan juga orang luar anjing sekarang.
Lah kan pada saat itu kan gua di orang dalam.
Oh, sekarang
Harusnya lu yang
9
nilai
lah.
dong. Iya.
Kalau lu berapa? Gue tanya lu doang.
Ya gua tanya lu sekarang berapa.
Kalau menurut lu?
Kalau gua nggak bisa nilai dong. Kan pada gua nggak bisa nilai diri gua sendiri.
Sama lu yang dulu,
Orang lain.
sama lu yang dulu sakitan mana?
Apa?
Sama
Ya,
boom yang dulu.
lu harus nilai bukan gua dong.
Oh, bisa aja lu main aman lu.
Enggak sih, kalau gue udah kenal Yor pasti mikirnya dia.
Iyalah.
So anjing lu ya. Kocak banget lu. Bisa ngomong kayak gitu anjing. Anjing. Bisa ngomong kayak gitu anjing.
Kasih bang yang udah subs.
Ini spot paling tai sih si Alert ini.
Iya emang. Gak dicek nih, gak ngecek tai.
Najis
Tuh
banget
kan.
sumpah gua ngomong najis.
Berserk tuh gak pernah gak ngecek angle, gua kasih tau lu loh.
Ya
Tumben.
gua kasih tau lu gak pernah.
Iya kan?
Namanya
Nggak pernah kan?
Iya gak pernah anjing. Aneh tau gak?
Berserk tuh orang yang selalu ngecek semua. Tumben. Wah di time out loh. Woi. Kasih bang, yang udah subs bang ya. Selalu bang.
Kayaknya mereka
Thank you. Bang, harusnya udah balik pada kode subscribe.
Kalau Bung gimana ya? Rehat gak?
Masih ada aja lu komen dulu lu sini babi guling.
Gak tau bang, coba lu tanya Bungnya dong, nyatain gua dong.
Oh iya, kirain tahu itu.
Gua dong.
Mana komen dulu lu sini.
Wah, iya.
Kapan Act 2 nih Yor?
Apa?
Act 2 kapan?
Eso mana enggak tahu.
Dua.
Iya.
Lihat nanti.
Nah, cewa sih gua.
Ya gua sih ya teman ya sebelah lu aja.
Ya, sebelah gua gampang diatur.
Kita butuh Hagai sih.
Iya, bukan butuh
No
sebelah
Hagai
gua.
no party, bro. Kalau Kevin enggak apa-apa dah kita tinggal
Nggak apa-apa,
anjing.
iya.
Iya.
Gua main itu juga enggak pernah lu ajak.
Apaan?
Back
Oh,
for
main
blood.
dah, ayo dah.
Main.
Ayo. No Hagai no party, bro.
Biasanya Yor yang ngajakin sih, Del. Jadi gua
Udah
ya
tahu gua
inilah.
mah udah tahu ya. Emang orangnya begitu.
Bangke, lu aja dari pagi nggak pernah online anjing, gua gampang lu ya.
Hah, apa? Orang gua online lu nggak invite.
Mana ada? Gua pas selalu lihat nama anjing. Jangan bohong dah. Gampar lu ya.
Tanggal 11 ada turni itu gede juga ya Indo ya.
Emang iya?
Iya ya, Valorant Arena Showdown itu.
Wah, enggak tahu dah gua.
Oh itu.
Ada boom
Apa
AE.
yang
Lu nggak ikut?
invite itu nggak sih 6 orang ya?
Lu nggak
6
ikut
orang
Bro?
yang invite itu ya?
Enggak tahu gua sumpah. Turnamen sekarang gua enggak update sama sekali gua.
Oh, cuma didaftarin doang ya.
Iya.
Wah gila.
Kalau ada
Belum latihan lagi dari itu.
iya sih.
Masih mood liburan.
Belum sempat latihan ya lu berdua ya sore.
Iya makanya.
Iya.
Oh, santai lah.
the bottle. The newer member, the new recruit.
Yor.
I belong on Boom.
Hah? Kenapa?
The bottle needs to let that ring out with the echoes of the bullets they will puncture through. They're up against Alert. So dangerous. They're up against Niffy.
Planting,
Ajak sisi main
Will
back
they
for
walk
blood.
the smoke to try and stop this? Alert is staring it on down.
Ajak Kevin main back for blood rada ya gitu lah.
GG. Sembarangan mulut lu belum.
From the Astra. Niffy could be pushed out of this area, but no, they just about managed to pixel
Nggak
dodge.
kena.
And there we
Anjir,
go.
mulai nggak
Baser
kena.
is identified. Alert, are they going to take
Buta.
the swing onto this? Out comes the flash.
Nice.
Fully blinds Niffy.
Oh gila teh botol.
Get it done. The newer member's going to die. At least two
Nggak
bananas
mungkin
from
dong.
Alert. It's just
Masa
playing
Nggak
iya?
ada, kayaknya nggak deh.
now. Out
Masa
comes
iya?
It's gonna be the delivery.
Ente.
Frontline gets it done. And that's going to be
Ente ya, Re?
Ya, kagak.
13.
Orang nice ya harusnya.
Iya, orang harusnya nice.
Ini ente ya. Gak tau dia dukung mana sih. Gua
Ya
nggak
tahu ya, Tong ya gimana ya, Tong ya?
Indo gua.
Tapi dia bilangnya Indo Pride sih, bukan nama timnya kan yang
Indo
didukung.
Pride.
Iya, masih ada bis soalnya Pro ya.
Gak pernah ngomong dukungnya Boom gak? Dukungnya Indo doang. Indo Pride.
Apa sih?
Kan masih ada bis. Jadi ya udah lah ya.
Indo Pride lah.
Tapi
Yor
perform
dan
tuh,
teman-teman
Yor.
juga.
Yang ganti-gantiin
Apa?
lu semuanya perform tuh, lihat tuh.
Yang ganti-gantiin gua.
Itu perform dua-duanya tuh.
Terus kenapa?
Nggak apa-apa, jadi nggak lu digantiin harusnya ikutan senang dong.
Apa?
Lu harusnya ikutan
Masa
senang.
perlu gua ceritain semuanya?
Oh iya.
Waduh.
Apa?
Kartu merah.
How do you do, fellow Zoomers?
Yor dendam ke mantan, nggak tahu dah.
It is I, a
Nggak mau
denizen
ikutan.
of twitch.tv/epos gaming. Only the best of streams here at the Royal SEA Challenge. And we just have ourselves a quick tech pause. You guys probably saw the chat. Something going wrong with, I believe...
Siapa dendam
Baser's
kemana? Nggak boleh, dendam itu nggak
sound.
baik,
And now
guys.
they're good.
Oh gitu.
Dendam tuh nggak boleh, cok.
Iya.
Kalau dendam memang mantan nggak apa-apa ya?
Nggak boleh juga, namanya dendam itu kan nggak boleh.
Iya.
Yang boleh apa?
Dibalas dengan prestasi.
Aja, gila.
Siap prestasi.
Iya, bang
Paling
berprestasi
Udah
ya.
yang cum laude dah
Iya,
baru ya.
prestasi.
Prestasi anjing kalau main pagi-pagi marah-marah, prestasi ngentot.
Lu Fidel anjing marah-marah tolol.
Hah, kok gua pernah marah-marah?
Nggak pernah marah-marah apaan sih? Gua lihat lu mana lu marah-marah anjing.
Iya lebih parah nap sumpah anjing.
Lebih parah sih.
Belum kena ban Agil gua udah marah-marah. Cuman gak ke-expose aja Agil, gak streaming.
Iya.
Wah,
Wah,
itu.
parah banget, ngerecep gue. Gila. Ngelawak tuh.
Gila belum kenal kan dari tadi gue anjing.
Nap mau makan dong nap.
Makan apa anjing?
Beliin dong.
Ya nap.
Beliin
Tolong nap.
Kemarin lo gue liat update di ini kapal pesiar anjing nggak bisa makan.
Lu mainnya gitu sih.
Ini habis di kapal pesiar sih lu.
Ngentot lu.
Jadi wih.
Anjing jadi gua yang kena tadi.
Never you were. Udah keren ya belum deh lama
Goblok.
Oh iya, sini baru.
Langsung di comeback.
Gua udah gak mau jawab dah
sih
ngentot.
Fidel update-annya lu liat deh foto barunya sama ceweknya cowok.
Iya, ada kemarin di story.
Bacot banget goblok, sumpah anjing.
Ais itu makan daging lagi ya anjay.
Tipe lo langsung fresh gitu ya.
Sorry dah, gua mah nggak pernah
Sorry
naik
dah.
kapal pesiar, gua
Sorry
cuma
dah.
pernah naiknya getek kan. Enggak, gua nggak bohong, gua pernah naiknya getek demi Allah. Gua pernah nyebur juga di danau anjing. Enggak demi Allah, gua nggak bohong anjing.
Kenapa harus cerita?
Kenapa harus cerita sih Nap?
Soalnya jadi pas belas getek gua jadi inget gua dulu pernah tenggelam di danau gara-gara getek anjing.
Lu demi buat lawan Fidel lu harus menjatuhkan.
Lu jangan kayak gitu lah nap anjing. Gua jadi gak tega minta McD tai.
Demi lawan video harus menjatuhkan diri dulu.
Iya, jatuhkan diri segitunya lagi.
Sampai ngejemur di danau diceritain anjing.
Emang pernah anjing dulu gue sedih dah.
Kalian aja anjing naik bebek bangke.
Aduh.
Frostmine moves away for now, but hearing that door shut, they know that Frostmine has at least been present for a while.
Few smokes get deployed to try and shut them down. Wild just yet though was Sharper. They haven't really left their spawn, have they, Harry? Really going down this clock now and hoping that a member of Boom overextend, which is sort of how they were able to get the man advantage on the defender's side. Unfortunately,
Gila, apa? SP mainnya lama banget ya.
The Astra Stars get thrown to this beast site. They seem to have betrayed their intentions. Will they be stopped though?
Bagusan SP atau Boom mainnya?
Ngefake deh.
Jujur aja Yor.
Not a single muscle in their body.
Balik. Kok gue jadi dukung SP sih ngentot Fidel goblok. Tolol gue kok refleksnya gitu sih.
Kok jadi Ior?
Kagak anjing lupa gue sumpah.
Lu jadi Ior ya?
Anjing si Beto sakit banget anjing.
Wah 2 lawan 2 lagi tai. Ada ulti.
Oh tapi low.
Ya benar harusnya.
Tapi low.
BO2 ini BO2.
Anjing ada ulti ya tai.
Kalau gua ultinya lebih dekat lagi lo tai ini mah terlalu gede anjing ultinya.
Enggak guna ya jadinya.
Jadi kayak terlalu gede enggak sih? Tuh.
Enggak dimanfaatin
iya. Enggak apa-apa dah, mungkin jalan pikirnya beda.
Live aslinya di channel mana? Di Ipus.
Di channel Fidel wow tuh aslinya situ.
Lawak lu bos. Lawak lu bos. Lagi mainin lu.
Enggak lah ya.
Audisi OVJ anjing.
Bacot lu Yor, ngentot enggak gua temenin lagi lu pagi.
Ya udah gue solo aja bangsat.
Daripada lu stres.
Korek koping dulu.
But more importantly, we're going to see Boom now with a massive stack to the northernmost side of these gates.
With the massive stack.
I'm going to be casting this in Morse code, Kremer.
Kemarin nonton final nggak Kro? Di Nuk.
Nonton gua.
Gila ya anjing, seru banget ya.
Seru banget.
Anjing goblok yang di Nuk.
Pertama aja walaupun ini udah seru anjing.
Wah map kedua lebih keras gila.
Dia berapa map sih? 2 map ya?
2 map. BO3 finalnya.
2-0.
Gila dari 14-7 Jack.
Iya anjing. Gara-gara nge-wave naik ke itu tower. Aduh anjing itu doang kalahnya.
Itu padahal crosshair kepala lo.
Makanya aneh.
Anjir. Tuh gila kalau Niko bunuh udah pasti
kelar
mati,
iya.
Ada ya jalannya simple.
Stars coming in, Pinocchio, they could wrap around the back. They'll hear the door opening though, and they're gonna have to beat the bottle here. And beating the bottle has been consistently a difficult task to achieve. Takes the peak, Pinocchio gets it done, but now gives some extra help, but it's not enough to try and duel with Frostmind. Nifty's gonna be able to roll around the back right now. The plants come on through.
Gua lagi nonton lu nanya lihat video Napski tenggelam lu bang gimana sih? Ada aja dah lu.
Anjing jadi 3 lawan 3.
But still on Overwatch right now.
Anjing jadi lawan 2.
Down is alert. Versus 2.
Mana yang 2 lawan 2?
And up comes the smoke on top of that. A C6 pushes on through and Blaze is able.
Oke, match point.
Match point dah. GG guys.
Oh GG kayak nggak senang sih.
Teori spoiler. Tinggal Asep.
Janganlah Yor anjing gak seru banget sih lu.
Udah nonton lama-lama.
Bocil banget anjing sumpah Yor, bocil banget bangsat.
Udah nonton 14-15 di spoiler gak?
And the series. It was a long, hard slog to get here, but you need to remember that this has been a real clash of titans. And
gila ini OT sampai ini satu map lagi udah kayak ini satu round lagi udah kayak ini anjing CS.
Finally converted it. Makes me think that this could be the start of the end for Sharper.
Getting that attacking round.
Anjing
So
smoke
damn important. Sharper return to the attack, and there is going to be an exchange of gunfire. Down A main for now. 3 players are waiting there. If this bouncy well comes on through in time, Predator could be caught, but no, Blaze is going to be able to get away from that.
Jet Rizky dah, Jet IR.
They'll cede away the space, but crucially keep their
Bener
line.
juga lu Del.
He's almost
Tai lu ya.
inviting Flipsider to peek into him, isn't he?
Cutnya
Flipsider,
anu
is he
nih,
gonna bite?
Anjing,
Oh, he is, but
anjing.
the player draws blood
Ih,
instead.
itu
He's
kena
probably
headshot ya?
ignoring
Iya,
it,
keding.
but-
Iya, iya.
you'll hear him, yeah.
The fuck?
All right, we'll just
Nggak
ignore
jelas
each
ya.
other for now. Yeah,
Apaan sih
as
Valorant anjing?
looks like the A site has. Right now, the gaze has been set on A site by Sharper, but in terms of actually getting there, that appears to be their biggest problem.
I've got my eyes on alert right now. The pinch is coming through.
Salah nih,
They
kayak
will,
udah
of course,
stuck.
be tripping the alarm bot here, and the smoke's already been used. So now it's down to Pinocchio to try and make this entry happen. They know potentially
Nice.
what Blaze is playing. They've seen the outgoing damage. They're trying
Kelar,
their
kelar,
best to
kelar.
bang on through the boxes, but
Gila.
Predator
GG,
is too
boy.
damn good at that.
GG, boy.
And
GG, boy, GG, boy.
needs to rescue
GG,
this
boy.
result, but they can't allow it to slip through their fingers
Eh,
now.
eh,
It's
eh.
down to a two
GG.
versus two.
GG boy,
Itu.
GG boy.
GG.
Burst is still kicking. Out
Kita
comes
saha.
the
Di heal dulu,
flash.
Bang.
And now who's all
Di
alone
heal.
but Beta? 1 versus 2. Forthcoming have been the
Bukan di
heals
atas,
they
boy.
need to plant because
Kan
time's
udah
up.
diburung, boy.
They get it done. They get the first and they get the second. They don't know
Aduh.
where Burst is, but Burst has got a really good
Aduh,
idea
aduh.
where this Astra
Aduh.
has placed it down. They have the ultimate.
Oh, dia tahu, dia
Beta
tahu.
kalah sih, beta kalah
Kalah,
sih.
kalah, udah kalahin.
Too much of a risk. There's no updraft here.
Beta insecure,
Burst,
Cok. Beta
they might have
insecure,
spotted
Cok.
opponent.
Woi, lihat,
Kalahnya,
lihat.
woi.
GG.
Oke.
It's too much. Burst
Mantul.
Diffuse anjing.
the fray. They
Hey,
put
what
the
lagi
GG
dia
in the
goblok.
chat. They need to go
Tos
and find the
dulu.
spike. It's up top,
Tos
mate.
dulu, Cok.
Should be an easy
GG.
Apa kayak lu nggak pernah bootcamp aja lu?
Iya ya, sorry, gue bukan pro player kayak lu.
Ya,
Kayak
sorry, sorry, dah.
orang kita
Ya,
nggak ada
yang
tim,
paling-
goblok.
Yang paling bootcamp dah, Yor dah.
Yang paling tos dah lu, ya
Iya.
Yor anjing.
Ya, yang paling tos dah gua.
Yang paling nice lah ternyata.
Iya anjing.
Ah.
Dah off stream guys,
Siapa-
dadah.
siapa?
Anjing.
Apa?
Langsung off gue tuh.
Udahlah, cukup anjing. Sepenting-pentingnya aja gue live.
Udah takut.
Next apa sih?
Next apa nih? Kita ngapain ya?
Dadah guys. Si paling tos tapi kepik anjing. Kekik anjing jahat banget mulut lu babi. Dadah guys. Gue bakal sering live ntar pas habis upgrade PC. Oke. Dadah. See you. Nanti gue nonton bom lagi. Kalau ada bom, oke? Oke ya? Ya.